How's it going, everybody? Welcome. Thanks for being here early, even though I'm running a little bit behind. And hopefully everybody's having a great day or night wherever it is they are. Seems a lot of talk about the new costume skins are you know, being undergone in the chat here. Not particularly surprising, seeing as how we got them all today. I have thoughts on those. I can suppose I can elaborate on my thoughts on those if everybody would like me to get into that or not. I have thoughts on those, but I don't know. I'll unless everybody really wants me to discuss them, I can hold off and focus on things that I find to be more positive. But yeah, boy, do I have a lot of feelings about these. Especially the announcement that they released alongside all of that today, which was not okay. All right, I'm just setting up something here in the background, and then we'll get into all that. I guess I can I'll get into this package I have to open up here first thing in the stream, and then I'll get into discussing the costume stuff then. White Wolf third. You are wrong. That is the most incorrect thing on the internet. Seriously though, just no, absolutely not. Oh god, oh my god, definitely not. All right, so how's it going, everybody? Welcome. Like I said, thanks for being here. So I guess what do you guys want me to do first? Do you want me to get into opening this package first, or shall I go ahead and get into my thoughts on the costumes before transitioning into the package and then into Ningguang's Hangout quest? I'm open to oh, I got some on-screen stuff there. Ether package. Yeah, I can definitely do it that way if you guys prefer. I've got costumes there, thoughts, then hangout, package, thoughts, then hangout. So my drama first. You know what? I kind of agree with the whole new skin drama aspect of it first, because then I can turn the switch and just stay on more positive things. So maybe it's like one of those things where you get it out of the way. So yeah, you know what, let's do it that way. We'll start with we'll start with that. All right, so we'll go over into the costumes first, and I'll do a breakdown of those and what my general thoughts are about them. I'm going to start with Rosaria's, because this is the one that I think most people will agree on is the best of the group. Oh no, not Mona's first. Definitely not Mona's first, because my brain will explode. Anyways, so starting with Rosaria's, because this is the best of the group. I definitely overall would have to say that Rosaria's new skin is the closest to being, like, you can tell overall it's well thought out. Like, they put extra thought into like redesigning her costume overall, like everything from keeping the baser elements, like her silhouette is still intact, to like changing her crown so that it flows a lot better, are really good choices. They have these boot lines that run all the way up in the back, which is really cool, kind of a neat touch. And they have a bit of asymmetry, and I've always been a big fan of asymmetry. I think that's just good design generally. But to me, this outfit really, I think it makes Rosaria a lot more, like, she looks like she, you know, is part of the church in this, but also an assassin at the same time, which I think, in contrast to her original costume, I think achieves that look overall a bit better. Yeah, I think that this is just a better design overall. And they definitely have, they've kept the spirit of the character, but they've changed it to be a little bit more appropriate to, like, I think her character's overall design in terms of like assassin-y and like church, like it being a part of the church. I think these are good changes mostly for this character. I think her other outfit was just fine. I don't really have a problem with the original. And I think in its own right, it's kind of a neat costume, kind of a cool costume, you know, in its own ways. But this is, I think, the better of the two. Something that a lot of people never really probably paid much attention to is that each of the costumes in the game have a description as to why they have it. This one says Rosaria's outfit. Rosaria has heavily modified this particular church of Favonius uniform. And that is true. Like you can tell, it was very modified. In this one, Rosaria's outfit, this seems to have been custom made for her by the church, which was probably more of like a, here, this one suits you, but makes you blend in a little bit more with everybody. So that kind of makes sense. I think it works on kind of like a key level. I think this was actually a good set of changes compared to her original one. So yeah, this is the one I like. Then we get into the ones I don't, because well, actually, let me go to the next one that I like, because Amber's is actually one that I like. So let's talk about Amber's costume. A lot of people are like, first glance, they didn't change anything. They just changed some colors. No, they changed a lot of stuff. So first up, you can see right here at her collar, right here, you can see, as opposed to it all just being one solid color, all the way down into her sleeves, into her gloves, all of that, the collar portion of her hood is dark red, whereas before it just was the same color as her sleeves and goes into these brown cuffs. Here, they've got this two-tone deal going on under her arms where it fades to a black tone, but then also her cuffs are in dark red and she has white gloves now, which I think is actually a really nice add-on to that. And it really like blends off well with the boots that they've had on the character forever. They changed her little like rabbit ears. You can see in the inside of her default on the rabbit ears, she's got dark red, or kind of almost like a purpley red color that's inside of the ears, which is a pretty nice little add-on. They've changed the Knights of Favonius crest to be backed in white. I think that is actually a really nice, like a nice play, because again, that carries like the color language from her hands and her boots into the center portion of the costume. They also added these black panels here to the side, which were just blank brown panels in the original costume, but now they're these black side panels with these cross stitches on the inside. I think those are actually a really nice design change, and I think that it helps to kind of highlight some of the good decisions that they made here. You can tell that they, you know, as far as censorship is concerned in this one, it's a little bit, I would say, on the light one. They pretty much just added like a ½ inch of frill to the bottom of the shorts, and they brought the top up a little bit, because the original one is maybe just a little bit lower cut, and this one brings it up a little bit. But they highlighted because this is supposed to be her more formal outfit. You can see it says here, Amber's outfit. This is a more formal but no less cool version of the Outriders uniform. So yeah, this one has a little bit more like shininess to it. You can see even on like the cuff section here at the top, it has like a reflective gold surface, just like the, oh my god, she's catching, oh my god, she's just catching this thing on everything. But yeah, so she's you know, like all of this is reflective. I think these were good changes overall, and I think Amber's new costume is actually better than the old one in a lot of ways. They also changed the back panel here. It's black on the inside because it would have been probably a little bit too much red overall, and the shorts are red as well. But I think honestly, like, this one carries the theme of the character, I think, in a nice way, and I think it's a good change. So these two are the ones that I think are good. And I really wouldn't, I don't really have anything to complain about these two. However, let's go talk about Jean and Mona. Now, I think Jean is probably the one that's I'm going to have an unpopular opinion about, because I think Jean's original costume is perfect the way it is. Jean's costume, you can see here at the bottom, it says Jean's outfit, neat and smart clothing that emphasizes her chivalry. So, this outfit has already a lot of like nice design language in it, everything from the little Knights of Favonius corners here to it just having like a soft, like, you know, like cut in the shirt, to, you know, like the like white design that runs all the way down the middle. This, I think, was like the armored gloves all being one color that matches the duster. I also think was a really genius move in this costume. And then we go over to the new one, and this one has a much harder edge to it. I'm not saying that I think Jean's new version looks bad, but what I'm saying is, in the lore, Jean's character, and in the story, Jean's character is supposed to be representative of both the lion and the dandelion. She is the lion tooth knight and the dandelion knight. This costume is the perfect blend of both of those things. It has like that gentle, like female, like feminine softness to it, but also it has the edge of armor, like the hard armored gloves, and just overall like the softer, more approachable appearance of a character who will do everything everybody asks her to do. Whereas the new one, this is all Lion Tooth Knight. There is no there is no softness to this costume. This is just the Lion Tooth. This is not like, in this outfit, this is not a character you go and you ask to do things. Like, this is a character who's like prim proper, like by the book always, and you don't approach her because she's too busy for you. Like, this is a lot harder edged version of Jean. I do like some of the elements that they brought into it. Like, for instance, I think that the lapel foldovers here on both sides were a nice touch compared to the original one, where you have like the entire Knights of Favonius like top section here on both sides. You have these lapel foldovers, and I think that they read well. I think they look nice. I even think that subtle little changes, like they've dimmed the red in the back and changed this little panel in the center to a more animal reflective color. And overall, they've subdued the tones a bit, I think helps it to read very much like an animo character. But when you're looking at this costume is very representative. Her default is a great representative of the Dandelion Knight and the Lion Tooth Knight at the same time. This is just the Lion Tooth. This is the hardened edge version of Jean. This is only Lion Tooth. Whereas, like, if you look at this costume, which is even appropriately called Seabreeze Dandelion, this is all Dandelion Knight. This was taking out the Lion Tooth. This is taking out the hard edge and leaving just the softer portion. And if you guys remember, for what it's worth, for this to have the softer edge, in the story, Jean even says herself, she feels like she is a better representation of the Dandelion Knight than the Lion Tooth Knight. She said that herself. So for her to all of a sudden be forced to wear this in all of the upcoming stories, I don't buy it. This is almost an immersion killer for me on this character. This is where, with the new announcement that we were given today, where they said that they are replacing all of these optional outfits with, replacing all of the original ones in the story cutscenes. So these characters are just going to be in this now. And now she's just going to be the Lion Tooth Knight. Like, for that to happen, for her to all of a sudden go from this like soft-edged, appropriate, rather approachable version of Jean to this hard-edged, subdued colored, darker version of Jean, I kind of feel like she has to almost have a bit of a personality change, where it's like something is tripped in her, where like she's like trying to not just be a pushover for everybody to come up to her desk and ask her to do something. She's just going to go do it right away. I feel like in order for this to make sense, that has to go with it. Now, maybe I'm overthinking it, but that's what I do. Like, I'm a lore creator. I'm a theorist in this game. So like, this doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. I don't think it looks bad. I think the costume is fine, but it is all Lion Tooth Knight. It is not the Dandelion Knight, and it is not a good representation of her being the mixture of both of those things. The original costume does that very well. And it also really, really, really was already one of the more noteworthy costumes of the game that I thought was like just perfect the way it was. Even my wife, when she saw it, was like, I would not, like, if Jean had released in this new costume, I would never have been interested in her. I never would have thought it was a cool looking costume. Like, she even wasn't like, this is not great. Like, if this was the original version of Jean, she would have been a lot less interested in Jean, and she still doesn't have her. And this is the version of Jean that she wants. Regular Jean, not this new weird change. So like, this is this was not a good change to me. Like, I don't think it looks bad. I think the costume looks fine, but it is all Lion Tooth Night. It is not Dandelion Night. It is not a good mixture. It doesn't show the mixture like the original costume did. You can tell from the ground up, her original costume design was intended to be reflective of both of those things. This is not. This is all Lion Tooth Night. This is all the Dandelion. So they've divided the two things. Then we go to Mona, which you'll notice I don't have on my character. I will not be putting Mona in that costume very much at all. Because as most of you know, many of you who frequent my streams and have for the last year and a half, I have long been a Mona main, and she has been one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite character, because she's also a Hydro Mage, and Hydro Mages are something that speak to me. And then we got this. So let me start with the one element of this costume that I do like. The hat. I think the hat is great. For one, like, they've changed her whole color scheme to be more hydro-centric, which I get. It's blue. Like, that works for me. That's the part of this costume that I like. The hat looks good. I like that they changed the bow up here. It has like a nice, you know, like extra bit of design element into it, which is good. Like, all these like little red edges that go through it is nice. And then on the underside of it, you have like these little star swirls in it. I think those are cool. They match the ones that are all over the rest of her. I don't necessarily like the star swirls more than just this cool cross pattern that was in it before, because I like asymmetry. As I've mentioned before, like, asymmetries are really cool, and it just crossing this one side continues to read as asymmetrical, whereas this, even though, you know, the hat itself is asymmetrical by design and it's only on one side, because it's continual, you kind of lose that effect. But I do think that the hat overall is an improvement, but that's where I think the improvement stops. And let me get into why I think that. For one, we'll start kind of from the top, awkward as it is, and just work down. So they changed the top right away. You can see that they changed like the sheer portions of the top into just like a solid purple cup, which looks, to me, this reads as an afterthought. They put like a sheer modesty panel, which, by the way, this is jewelry, so that should not connect to that. So where does it go? Like, if you are a cosplayer, you can't make that. That doesn't work. It's not going to stick to your body right there. So you cannot actually make that. That's just like not a thing that could actually exist that way. And doesn't make sense from a design standpoint. But also, when you zoom out on this character, the only thing that is purple, like actually bright purple, on the whole new costume is the chest covering. That's it. Which to me actually draws your eye more to her chest than the old one did, which had a sheer covering on it. The original one actually has consistent design language from top to bottom of the character. So if you look, you have like these little gold trim pieces that cut through it, and they all move through at these like soft angles that all point downwards in the same slanting motion. And then with the new one, they just deleted all of those slanted angles and just left these little gold stars in there and just deleted all of the other detail. So you just have these giant purple beacons that say, hey, look at Mona's chest. Like, for weirdly to me, that makes this worse than the old one in terms of like drawing your eye to that portion of the character. Like, honestly, like, if you're looking at this character and it's making you thirsty, man, that's on you. Like, I like this character's costume from a multi-tiered standpoint. For one, read the description. Mona's outfit, a light astrologer's outfit that does away with superfluous fabric to provide top quality at an affordable price. Okay, so she's broke. She needs something that's cheap. Okay, so we've established that. Number two, this costume is also shaped like both a magician's assistant, which being from Fontaine, they all kind of seem to have that appearance anyways, and it also has the shape of a swimsuit, and we know that all of her abilities make her wet. So she would need a fast drying fabric type. A swimsuit would provide her that as well. So this was the cheap way for her to have quick drying fabric that's not also going to encumber her. I thought that was an elegant way to address that, to give her that Fontaine tie-in, to give her quick drying fabric where she's, you know, not going to be walking around soaking wet all the time. I think that was the way to go. Now, if we continue to go down in the costume, we have this continued slanting, like, body language stuff. It follows the shapes of the character all the way down into these points, what with the hip cuffs. And they kept the hip cuffs, but they cut them off. So they only go about 10% as far as they used to, because they go all the way down in this. Now, honestly, I think the way that they have these set up, I don't know why they even bothered to keep them, because they just break up the lines of the sides, and they don't really add anything to this design at all. Furthermore, if you look here at the design that's in the center on her stomach here, they tried to carry that over into this mostly, but then they just left these edges just kind of sticking out randomly with all this blank space in here. And that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. If they'd have kept the hip cuffs going down and had them connect to that, that actually would have read a lot better. And I don't understand why they just cut them off right there. Not to mention, that's the shape of the body. So, like, if you are in design, you know that, like, when you follow the shape of the body instead of cutting them off in awkward places, it actually will look better. These kind of things are actually meant to, like, you know, conjure up like these kind of like attractive lines, not just like attractive character, but like attractive lines, because they follow the intuitive shapes, where the original one did that. This does not do that. It cuts off awkwardly here and does not touch these lines. I don't know why they didn't do that. They did add one asymmetry here where they have the stars left to right. I thought that was a good add-on, but that's where that ends, because this whole thing ends in awkward shorts that have exposed thighs, which to me, again, draws your eyes there, where in this with dark leggings did not do that. This literally draws your eyes to the area right below her crotch. This doesn't do that. Why did they do? I don't understand why they did that. This is dumb. This is just dumb. This should never have been changed to look like that. I don't get it. Like, not to mention the fact that, like, these little shorts lines, you have all of these, you know, these like 45-degree angles that point down the character. They did dismiss some of them. They got rid of these. They got rid of these. They got rid of how deep these go. But you still have these 45-degree angles that shape up and down the character. And then you have this hard, straight edge that it stops in. And it doesn't make sense. This is not a good design choice here. I feel like if they had just carried it into the boots, it would have been better. Get rid of the exposed thighs if that was your idea. Then it's not drawing your eye to the crotch. Like, this doesn't make sense. This was not a good design choice. Those, like, the little goofy cutoff for the edge of the shorts makes no sense to me. Then, in the same region here, we have the inside of her cloak, which goes from bright red to white. That doesn't make sense to me at all, because like, that white tone is nowhere on her character. In the original one, it was still red, but it starts at dark red and goes to the same tone of bright red that the other one starts at. So if you look at this one starts at this, like, kind of like vibrant red, goes to white. It's inverse of this, where it goes from dark red to full red. Why is this white? I don't understand. I don't think that looks good. I don't think that was a good choice. And I find that also to be somewhat distracting. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me as to why they did that. I think overall, the costume has a more, like, blue language to it, which is good for a Hydro character. Like, that kind of makes sense. This one kind of reads a bit more like purple. But honestly, I think the character looked great the way it was and didn't really need to be messed with. But then, like, we also have, like, these new boot designs, which are, again, as I've told you before in the past, I like asymmetrical design. I don't think this is an intelligent asymmetrical design, because you have this angle here, and then you have this angle here, and this one here. So you have these 3 tiers of angles. But then you have the other short leg, which does not match the angle of this one. And then you have her leg cuff that they kept, but they changed the design. Instead of stopping at the star, it goes all the way down and connects. But they had to change that angle so that it would connect in a fluid form. So you can see that it comes straight into the cuff here. So instead of making the boots match side to side, they kind of have like this weird cutoff in it instead, to where, you know, even the thigh gap that they have here side to side is different. And then you have this entirely awkward angle that matches nothing. Again, I feel like if they'd have just filled in the thigh sections, this would have read better. I don't understand why they had to make this weird little thigh leg cutout thing. Like, just cover that up, and a lot of this design would have been a lot better. I don't understand why they did that. Like, this whole section here, everything below the hips is bad. Really, everything below the neck is bad. Like, I love the hat. I think her new hat is cool. I don't understand what the hell they did with the rest. And then the other thing I don't like is, if you look at the original version, you had this nice, from this angle, you can see very clearly, you can see everything up from the leotard into the duster matches in color. And then you have like this kind of like a dark skinned, like transparent layer on her arm, into these little patches that match the duster color back into the purple that's on the shoulder. So you've got where these colors are not touching each other, but they do flow from one to the other, that are broken up by these gold details. And then you go over to this one, and you have, instead of having that, you know, this nice like rich purple, you have this kind of subdued black tone that matches only with the underside here, which is fine. But then you lose the color blocking that you have here from the elbow down, because it's all just like this weird like gradient that lightens at the top and is deep in the middle, which doesn't make sense, because these are supposed to, like, here it's two separate colors, and here it's all just one color. I don't understand why they decided to change that entirely. This would have been a good opportunity for them if they wanted to sell this red and white cape underneath. They could have matched that form language in this section, and they could have done a deep red to a white tip at the ends of the sleeves. It would have helped sell that cape. It would have helped tied that together. But they didn't do that. They just went for this same kind of lazy gradient that they went for on the boots, which is just like one soft purple to deep purple gradient. They kind of mirrored that, but it's not the same color as that either. So you end up with a dark blue color right here that is not present anywhere else in the body portion of the costume. It's only in the weird, like, it's only at the tip of the hat here and here. So like at a lot of angles on the character, you won't actually see that color on her anywhere else, and it doesn't really work. I could talk about this costume all day long. You know, like, as somebody who has played a lot of games, I've also made a lot of costumes over the years. My wife also is somebody who is professionally trained as a seamstress, and you know, she you know, got her degree in textiles and apparel. She's worked on movies and theater. Like, I have learned to absorb a lot of like design knowledge from her over the years, and they did Mona dirty on this. This is not good. And they also are changing the characters' models in the story. So like, if you've already seen all those story clips from the past, they're going to change them. But hopefully you've already seen them, or in my case, I've recorded all of them, so I just have that footage, thank God. And so I can continue to use that stuff without having to worry about that. But if you're newer to the game and you haven't played any of that stuff, or when Mona shows up in the future, she's gonna look like this, and this is a mess. I just don't get this. It says Mona's outfit, a costume made specifically to encompass the astrological concept of the destined moment. I don't know if we've heard anything about the destined moment in the past, but okay. Thanks to the 30% discount ticket she got from the planetarium refund. I do like that they tied in, like, she was only able to afford it because of like a discount that she got. It's great. This destined moment concept, I think, could end up being important in the future, especially when you do any kind of deep diving research on the idea of Kairos time, and Kairos being very, very important in Okonomiya. I am going to be working on a theory for that pretty soon. So, you know, stay tuned for that. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on the new characters' costumes. That was a bit longer than I really wanted it to be, but there it is. I don't like two of them. The other two are awesome. I think that Rosaria and Amber's are great. Jean's doesn't make sense, and Mona's is just dumb. It's just dumb. I don't know why they did that, how they justified doing that. It's just not good. I don't like it. Yeah. So that's my feelings on that. You guys asked for it, so there it is. Let me catch up with the chat really quick. I just got here. CN can do whatever. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, they can do whatever, but then they also kind of ruin our game too. After 2.5, these outfits will be on cutscenes too. Yes, that's true. I'm glad we all agree Mona's costume was more abhorrent. It's horrible. It's terrible. I just don't understand it. With the redo of the contents, the announcement is for MiHoYo to not be liable to gaming gacha laws. If the CN community feels like they are left out of content, they can lambaste the companies or change or compensate for what they are owed. So going forward, they have two different versions of the game. Otherwise, the CN community will rage. Except for our version of the game only has these as alternate costumes, and the cutscenes are still going to be reflective of those new costumes. Which means it's pretty much, which is why they mailed us the alternate costumes instead, which was kind of like the easy way for them not to have to change much. Where pretty much the only difference in the game versions is that the default character costumes will still be the original ones for us. Mona's my favorite. It still doesn't matter to me. Hey, man, like, listen, if it doesn't bother you, that's awesome. I really, on a base level, dislike what they've done. None of the design choices make sense. They don't follow any intuitive lines. They draw your eye to really awkward places, which I didn't find was a problem with her original skin. Like, literally, her original skin, I think most people would agree, generally, had, I would say, at least a subtly, like, kind of sexy appearance, and whether or not that makes you thirsty is on you. I thought it was just like a cool appearance that made sense for the character, given that she's from Fontaine, which has a magical assistance kind of atmosphere, which we've seen in several characters thus far. And it made sense for it to be a wetsuit kind of idea because she gets wet when she uses her abilities, and she would feasibly want cheap, affordable fabric that dries quickly. Swimsuit. Done. I thought that was just like Jean's costume. You could tell from the ground up. They designed it with a few key elements in mind, and we're like, hey, that's a good idea. Let's do that. And now they're just pissing all over it with these weird choices, and I'm just like, I don't get it. So obviously, the idea of beauty is at the eye of the beholder. So if you like it, that's awesome. It's cool. It's great. You know, I'm never going to be like, you're stupid if you liked it. No, like, I'm not that guy. Cool. If you like it, that's awesome. I don't. I don't. I think it was bad. Okay, let's see, going down. It's clear the devs are overworked. If they had more time, the designs probably would have looked better. Sacred Sakura petals, probably. I find myself now hoping that just like Jean, where you can just put a different costume on because she has the Dandelion summer costume. I'm hoping that character like Mona specifically will also get a new costume at some point in the future, and I can just be like, I'm not thinking about this one anymore. It's gone. I can just pretend it doesn't exist. Yeah. Jeans doesn't make, thank you. Jeans doesn't make sense. I missed your analysis on it, but it doesn't really work. So, Anna Iria Hala, I don't know how to say that. Jean's costume doesn't make sense, as I explained in my analysis of it, because her original costume was the perfect melding of the Lion Tooth Knight and the Dandelion Knight. Like, you can see the hard edge in the armored portions and the soft, like, feminine qualities of the Dandelion Knight at the same time. The new costume is all hard edge. It is only Lion Tooth Knight. It took one portion, the portion of her personality that she herself says that she is a better, that she better exemplifies, and removed it. And it doesn't make sense. It makes no sense to me. As somebody who has created a subscriber follower base of almost 100,000 people, I have founded my community on lore analysis. That costume from a lore standpoint makes no goddamn sense to me at all. Terrible choice. I don't get it. Have I seen the new trailer for the 7 Deadly Sins game? I have not played any of those, nor have I think that's an anime, right? No, I've never watched that. Effectively, they made the OG outfits have been relegated to being alternates with the story changes. That's correct. I'm not a big fan of that. Honestly, when they first initially said that it was just going to be alternate, I was like, okay, that's fine. This doesn't really affect us over here, so that's cool. It didn't occur to me that they would go back and retroactively change them in all the cutscenes. A lot of those cutscenes are pre-rendered. So, like, what are they going to do with those? If there's pre-rendered cutscenes, they're going to have to redo those, and that seems kind of dumb. Anyway, still, this is why they can't keep their old cutscenes, as it's different from CN now. Yeah, that's exactly it. And that's a problem to me. I'm not a fan of that. Some Chinese classy looking woman, not crazy sexy, really want that, was not great. I think I'm missing something on that. So we keep the old costume, but CN was compensated with 1,000 primos per game laws. So here's the thing. So we keep the costumes. They were compensated 1,000 primos for it, but all of us who have these characters, I understand that, like, the cutscenes don't impact how we play the character, but we're still gonna have to look at these characters in the costumes that we didn't want them to have, and we get no compensation for that. So, like, every time Mona shows up in the story, she's gonna be wearing this goofy costume that I don't like. It's just like, this makes no sense to me. Okay, fine. Like, I'm sure in time I'll accept it. We don't really need compensation for it. It's not that big a deal. That's just dumb. Like, they gave them compensation. They didn't give us squat for it, because we're still going to be able to use the original costumes, but we still have to look at these costumes whether we like them or not in the cutscenes. I find that annoying. This was totally rushed, to be honest, but I'm happy they gave us the option to change. Yeah, I generally agree with that. I'm really glad with that. Jean and Amber feel like they didn't need as much of a redesign as Rosaria or Mona. Amber's especially barely changed. Actually, so one of the things that when I was discussing that, Amber's actually changed a lot more than it seems on the surface. And I thought hers was one of the good ones. TH will be playing Pokemon Arceus. No. I have not really been into Pokemon games for a long time. It's not that I have any problem with Pokemon or anything, but I will say that the Arceus, like, Arceus's graphics look bad, and I'm just not really interested in it because of that. Like, if they had made that game have some more graphical fidelity, I might have been interested in it, but for now, I just I can't do it. Being someone who is not any experience with clothing, and being a guy who doesn't care about clothing the majority of the time, I don't care. Hey, that's fine. Rev, like the kimono we were supposed to get with the Watatsumi uniform. I don't know about anything about that. Is there any chance that changing Jean's new costume color palette make her more acceptable? Well, I don't know if I know what you mean by acceptable. I don't give a damn about compensation. Ruined cutscene is ruined. I agree. Ruined cutscene is ruined. Per China game laws, yeah, remade the scenes and roll it out universally. It sucks, but this feeds both the CN and media laws. Yeah, I mean, it does suck, but I just... It's another one of those things where I find myself thinking, like, here we are being punished, basically, because a few people can't deal, and I kind of hate that. Punishing the masses because of the complaints of a few, I just don't think is a great platform to stand on. And if you've read, I think, Andy, you were the one, or not Andy, but Warpaint Unicorns, you were the one who sent me the entire article about that, weren't you? Grab the official MMD models before they get wiped. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure I could get them from somebody else anyway. Anyways, guys, so I want to get into this package that was sent to me. So let me do that so that I can get into this Ningguang Hangout, because I need to do that too. So, I'm done complaining about the costumes now. We're gonna move on. So I got this package in the mail yesterday, and I've been really anxious to kind of dive into it, because it's pretty cool stuff. Yeah. So the team of people over at MiHoYo's content creator group sent me over this this box full of awesome Razer stuff, and I want to show you what they sent me. Now, this is the only thing that they actually did show me, or I actually, not rather, that I actually have already opened, but it's actually a really high quality, like, envelope, basically, with like a embossed loading screen symbol on it, which is really cool. And inside of it is this awesome little, also high quality, like Paimon card. And on the back, it says, may Razer's official Genshin Impact Edition gear accompany you on a journey full of adventures in the world of Tevat. So here you go. You can see that stuff right there. Also, like high quality, like cardstock, looks like it's printed on like really high quality paper that has like kind of subtle little stars and stuff in it if you look closely, which is pretty cool. So pretty cool stuff there. I'm actually considering framing these because these are really, really cool. And then the other two things that they sent me are these. These are, I do believe these are going to be available. Either they already are available or are going to be available soon. I think they already are, though. A Genshin Impact Razer mouse, which is pretty awesome. It kind of has a, like, I would say kind of more of like a, like either a Mona or a Paimon kind of theme to it, but what the Paimon logo on it, or Paimon's little Celtic knot, which is pretty cool. And then also this Paimon mouse pad, which is pretty slick as well. So this is actually a wireless mouse as well. Now, I have not used a wireless mouse myself in years. So I'll be curious to actually try this out. I'm not going to try it out tonight because, oh my God, shut up, watch. I'm not going to use it tonight, but I am going to go ahead and like cut into it here so I can get it out and show you guys what it looks like. But yeah, I haven't used a wireless mouse in years now. One of the first things, because latency tends to be an issue with wireless mice, but this one did say, where does it say? It says something on here. Let's see. For a connection faster than a wired mouse, it has Razer Hyperspeed Wireless. It says it right here on the back. It says it's faster. Let me see if I can get it to focus. It doesn't want to focus. Okay, well, it's not going to focus, but it says, it claims to have faster latency than an actual wired mouse. So we'll see, but that's pretty cool. Oh God, this box is like, man, this box. Look at this thing. Seems like it's gonna eat you. What the hell? That was kind of surprising, the way this box comes together. Yeah, they got me a new mouse for the one that got confettied. Yeah, I mean, kind of. Honestly, like, I've been having a little bit of a problem with the left click on my mouse for a little while, so... Oh, this is actually really nice. It comes in, like, this little, like, felt, like, carrying pouch. That's pretty cool. Oh, there's some more stuff in the bottom of this, too. Okay. Wireless mice have come a long way since the last time you used it. Yo, for real, though, I have not used a wireless mouse in a very, very long time. You know what? I'm kind of wondering. Just looking at this, I kind of think that the little Paimon crest might actually, like, have an RGB glow behind it. I'm not sure because I haven't plugged it in yet, but yeah, okay, there's the little USB dongles. So you can see here in the bottom of it, it's actually got its own little, like, storage compartment for the USB connection right there. And then, yeah, there's the Bluetooth connection on and off. There's a profile selector on the bottom. And then it's got the two keys on the side. And then the all of the stars for the whole Paimon theme all throughout the rest of it. It's pretty slick. Actually, I'm kind of thinking maybe this stuff might glow too, but I'll have to turn it on to find out. I'm not sure. We'll see. I do like that it has like the little add-on buttons here at the top section. That's pretty nice. Honestly, like, this has a nice feel to it overall. Very substantial clicks. I do like a nice substantial click. Like, my current mouse doesn't even really have that substantial of a click. This is it's you know, I actually do think some years ago I actually did have I want to say this is it like the Death Adder? Yes, it is. This is Death Adder Pro. So years ago I did have a Death Adder mouse, but it was a wired one, and I really did like the way that mouse felt. It was very comfortable. So, and you know, this one's actually quite light compared to my current mouse. It's quite light, so I'll be very curious to see how this ends up working out for me. I do like the position of the two thumb buttons as well. This is nice. I think this is going to be a really nice add-on for me. Whether or not I like it better than my other one, well, I guess we'll find out after I start using it. But yeah, so that's pretty sweet. In the bottom of the box, they have some other stuff here as well. Oh, this is just like the little top for the USB piece. Okay, so this is probably just like this is like the instructions. And a card from Razer. First to create a mouse dedicated to gaming. Okay, all that good stuff. But they also gave me this, like, oh, this is, I guess this is the card that has my code on it for my Primo Gems. My Primo Gems. But yeah, there's, like, they gave me this cool little, like, Paimon card. It's actually, like, really high quality, like, it's on cardstock again, so it's not on, like, crappy, cheap paper or anything. But yeah, pretty nice little add-on here. I like it. Good stuff. All right, so let me get into this other one here. For the, oh, I guess this must be the charging wire. I totally overlooked all of this stuff. It was kind of tucked into one of the other recesses of the box here. Why don't you show it? No. I did show you the card, but just one side of the card. I know what you guys are doing. Razer be like, how to use a mouse. Yeah, I kind of don't need that. All right, I was trying not to have to rip this plastic, but I'm just gonna rip the plastic. What is this? Okay, this is, I don't know if okay, this might be for the charger or something. Or, oh, this is probably a remote connection for the dongle is probably what this is, so that you can actually plug this in a little bit closer. The wire has a very, this is a really, really unusual cord feel. Usually mice wires are a lot firmer than this. This is very flexible. It is braided, so like I'm sure it's still very sturdy. Like I don't think you'd be concerned that you would break it. But it's really, really like flexible, which is really unusual for any kind of USB connection. Interesting. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the hell you do with this thing. I guess you plug this into this, and then you probably plug the dongle into this thing. But I'm trying to figure out how the hell you even charge the thing. I'm not even sure where you do that, unless it's underneath here or something. Let me pull this out of here. No, it's not in there either. So, okay, wait. I see. There's like, if you look right here in the very tip of it, you probably can't see that. Okay, maybe at this angle you can. There's a little charging port right here where my finger is. And yeah, so that's where you'll charge that. All right, so hey TH, you want to turn it around? No, I don't. I definitely don't want to do that. My Primo Gems. Mine. All right, let me put this stuff back in the box for now. I'll probably start actually messing with this mouse tomorrow. But for now, I'm just going to set this over on the side here. But yeah, so in case you guys missed it, MiHoYo sent me over some of these new Genshin Razer products that they have coming out or are out and available. So it's a Razer wireless Death Adder mouse, Paimon themed, and a Paimon themed mouse pad. So I actually have a giant mouse pad here, so I'll probably end up using this for one of my other desks in the future. But still pretty damn cool. Come on, if I can ever get the box open. TH not trust. TH not trust. Not when it comes to Primo Gems. No. Because I'm sure it's a one-time use only kind of thing. And you know, if it were something that they were like, Razer were like, yeah, or MiHoYo were like, yeah, you can definitely share it with everybody on your stream and everybody will be able to use it, and I'd have been like, cool, let's go. All right, so this is actually a really nice box too. I don't know if any of you guys are like me, if you're like a box hoarder. Whenever you have like a product or something that you really like, do you guys also love to keep the boxes for them? Like, I'm just like one of those people who will keep the boxes stored in a nice location and like keep it forever. Especially if you're ever gonna travel, I'll put them right back. But like for all these Genshin things, like for sure I will be keeping these boxes. But I have like, you know, I've kept the boxes for like computer things that I bought like 8 years ago. All right, so here is Paimon mousepad. Let's go. Pretty awesome. I'm just, you know, keep it up here and you guys can look at Paimon instead of me during the rest of the stream. That'll get really awkward though, because, you know, I can't play the game whilst holding the mousepad. So, yeah. Oh, hey, Zoe. Where you going? Come back. Okay, well, I guess she's just cruising through. Anyways, so yeah, mousepad. Actually, the surface of it feels really nice. I will say I have like one of the really large Linus Tech Tips mouse pads. And so it has a very nice mousing surface. Very smooth. In fact, I don't know if you guys have ever watched like if you guys watch Linus Tech Tips or not. He has a whole video about like all the crap they went through to make that. So I bought one of those immediately, especially since you can get them in whatever size you want for 30 bucks. But this one, actually, this glides really nice too. It doesn't feel like it has any restriction on it at all. I actually really like this. I feel like this is just as high a quality as that mouse pad. If anything, it might actually feel smoother, which is really interesting. Yeah, I actually do think this feels smoother. You know, maybe a little bit subjective, but I actually do. I think this feels a little bit smoother than that one. Interesting. I really do like it though. This is really nice. Like I said, I think I'll probably put it on one of my other desks here. But yeah, this is actually really cool. I like this. So I do want to say thank you to the team over at MiHoYo who sent all this stuff over to me. If you guys want to get some of your own Genshin Impact Razer merch, I'm pretty sure you can go check it out on their website or just Google it. I'm sure you'll be able to find it pretty quick. Highly recommend. I do like them. And Razer has made good products for years as well. So, and even a couple of the pieces of my permanent setup in here has been Razer for years. I have a Razer Tartarus Pro that I've used for years. I don't know if you guys can even see this thing here. Here it is. Yeah, I have this. This is, you know, whenever I'm playing, you guys hear like a lot of clicking and stuff like that's usually coming off of this thing. Because I like having my keyboard way down here out of my way, and it keeps it my desk space clean. Oh, hey, look. The mousepad came with another Paimon card that has a really awesome set of numbers on the back here that you can't see because it's mine. No, you can't. I will not spin that card. Okay. Is it really that good? Should I get a TH? I do like it. I think I do think that this mousepad is very smooth. Like I said, I have one of the Linus Tech Tips mats here, which, you know, like I said, they went through a lot of testing to find like probably one of the best mousing surfaces that you could get. And I think that this feels this Genshin Impact Razer mousepad feels just as good, if not better, than this Linus Tech Tips one does. So that's high praise, because I'm a little bit, like my wife would agree, I'm a little bit bougie. I like to buy nice things even if I probably shouldn't. She's agreeing with me as she walks by. But yeah, that's just kind of me. So I like things that have a premium feel to them. Those both have that feel. So I dig that. That's good stuff. All right. So yeah, I have no idea what their costs are, what the costs are for those. You will have to check in on that yourselves. I am not sure. Anyways, premium cosplayer, y'all. No, for sure. Like my wife and I, we make all of our stuff. We don't, you know, buy our costume stuff. Like, you know, we may source, you know, obviously buy fabrics and components and stuff like that, but like we make all of our own stuff for that too. So there is also that. Anyways, so let's get into this Ningguang Hangout finally, shall we? Just as a side note, usually whenever I do hangout quests, I try to use that character in my party for the evening, and tonight will be no different. Actually, I think I'm going to try to put Ningguang to use for some extent in this party. I wish she had her new costume already. I'm slowly working on leveling up my Ningguang. So she is getting there. Right now she's just sitting on a two-piece, like a double 18-18, which is not really ideal. I do think this is a pretty good Geo Cup. I'm actually really happy with that one. I think most people would be happy with that Geo Cup. This is actually a really good crit damage circlet. Really what I'm trying to go is 2-2 for her. I'd like her to go 2-piece 18, like 2 Glad, 2 Sheminawas, 2 Glad or 2 Sheminawas rather, and 2-piece Petra for the geode bonus damage. But I don't really have any good Petra pieces right now, so I really couldn't make that arrangement just yet. But what I do have is a lot of good, like, a lot of good Gladiator and a lot of good Shimenawa's pieces floating around. So I just threw those into her for now because they give her at least halfway decent stats. And then I've got this crappy weapon on her right now that I haven't even finished leveling. And I do need to level up this. I wonder, kind of curious, hang on. What is it going to take to level this? And do I have what I need to get it done? Let's see. I'm going to put this at 20. And see, is this, can I even do that? No, I can't because of that right now. So what I'll do, I hate to take a weapon from a character that I like using, but you know what? I will just for now do that. I'm going to take this Solar Pearl off of Klee and throw it on her for now. Oh man, my skills are not leveled up on her at all though. That's going to make this really weird. Okay, well I can level her normals up a little bit. I do think actually, is this today? This is today. Yeah, I actually might go farm some of those just to make her a little bit more useful for the hangout. Let's see. That's as far as I can go with that right now. I wonder if I have any green ones that I can just put. No, I don't think I do actually, because I was looking at this and it looked like I didn't. Yeah, I don't. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm not going to use her in this state. TH, when are we doing a Switch stream? Bit off topic. Right now, I don't even have a capture card in order to do that, so not yet. I have ordered one, but it is not here yet. So yeah, let me go burn out my resin really quick, farming some of these, just so that I can level up the skills on her a little bit in case I have to go kill anything, and then we'll go from there. This outfit miss isn't over yet. I think the next target of this is going to be Eula, Beidou, Ning, Xiangling, and Xingqiu, not to mention Yoimiya. What about Yanfei? Yanfei is going to get absolutely brutalized by this thing. She is definitely dressed for summer. And by the way, guys, like, what is wrong with a character being dressed for summer? Is that just not allowed? Are we just like, are we regressing into a point where, like, if a character, like a female character, is dressing to have any skin whatsoever, they just have to immediately be reduced to an object and nothing else? Can we chill? Can we all just collectively agree to chill so that, like, people can be people? I don't get it. I just don't. Anyways, let me knock all this crap out really quick and farm up a little bit of, farm up a few things. My game sound effects are off. I'm gonna have to turn those back on after this one. And then we'll be good from there. All right, dude, you're supposed to be dead by now. All right, cool, there we go. We live in an age where people are too sensitive. Yo, for real. It's getting worse all the time. Yanfei's absolutely going to get gutted by this thing. I guarantee you, if they're going to go through and start censoring the other characters, Yanfei is going to get gutted. I actually feel like Eula's probably not going to get messed with just because they basically turned Mona's shorts into what Eula already has. So I feel like Eula will probably get left alone. She's probably relatively safe. But Yanfei, absolutely. Probably even Kokomi will probably get hit with it because Kokomi, oh no, her belly button's out, guys. Like, they already nerfed Shenhua's belly button. I don't know if you guys know that, but yeah, they did that. They deleted her belly button. So yeah, Kokomi's probably gonna get like a goofy mesh panel or something, and they'll probably hide her belly button. Oh my god. All right, let's see. Kokomi is going to pants and a shirt, right? She's just gonna walk in like dressed like she just woke up or something. Oh god. All right, so let me finish burning out all this resin really quick on some of these so that I can give Ningguang a few extra skills so that she's usable tonight on some level. Because right now she's definitely not going to be quite there. I'd like her to actually have some value when I'm using her this evening. 90% of the Genshin community is either into the game play to lure the story, or literally just fighting. No one actually cares about the fits unless it's someone who is clearly there for something else. I don't know if I know what you mean. Why does child get to go around with a belly button? Because of the double standard. Because a guy's belly button hanging out apparently doesn't make people thirsty. It only happens if it's a girl. Because apparently women are objects. Don't you guys know that? Jesus Christ. This drives me freaking crazy, guys. Like, I've been watching this crap happen in games for like 10 years now, and it's just getting worse all the time. You know, like, I saw, you know, games getting, you know, censored, you know, in like 2012, I would say, and I was already kind of like, this is kind of unnecessary. Like, these aren't even... Like, if you go back and you look at, like, some of the female characters that were in video games in the 90s, it was like, whoa. Even when I was a kid, I was like, I think that might be too much. Like, but, like, these days, they've gotten much better about designing characters that can have a feminine appearance without being overtly sexual about it. And yet... here we are. We're censoring a game that really, pretty much from the get-go, I have always found Genshin to be tasteful. Like, you know, if you've played other gacha games and stuff like that, like, you'll know that like gacha games in general as a genre kind of have a history of having kind of hypersexualized female characters. And I've always found that Genshin Impact has been very light on that, if even at all guilty of it. And like, that's such an overreaction. It's such an overreaction. Am I streaming somewhere else too? I am also on Twitch simultaneously. Yes, I am. Glued on outfits for women back in the days. We're gonna get a Zhao with a coat or a hoodie. That would be weird. That would definitely be weird. Like, just like Zhao walking out, like just wearing like a crappy gray sweatshirt that says "Go Away" on it or something. I could see that. That actually kind of works. Actually, you know what? I kind of want that sweatshirt. I kind of want to go away sweatshirt.
Allow me.
Just me?
Transfiguration.
Female armor is big oof in games. I mean, it kind of depends on how you look at it. Like, female armor in games and fantasy games, like, it doesn't really bother me. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, that functionally doesn't make sense. Like, yeah, it doesn't functionally make sense. This is a fantasy world and there's magic and all this other stuff. So why does armor have to be, you know, 100% like where females have to look exactly like the guys? Like, you can design these things to look, you know, kind of the same. And I mean, look at a lot of Korean designs, for instance. Like, I would say, like, in a lot of Korean games, they are equal opportunity as hell, such that even the male characters are very metro in appearance. They have like very revealing armors, like their muscles are like just shooting out of everything, and they're usually not building bulky characters, just like really super ripped male characters, and they're also usually hanging out of every square inch of their armor too. So like, you know, like at the very least, like over there, they're like, if we're gonna do it to the female characters, we'll do it to these too. Like they're equal about it, and to me that kind of makes it a bit better. Check that link, you'll love it. I want to point out to everybody that he just said check that link, you'll love it, but we also just had a spammer, so make sure you don't click on that link. And if one of my mods could bomb that spammer, if you didn't already, that would also be amazing. Which of the 3 nations in Genshin have the best drip? Best drip? T Republic, crewneck shirt. All right, yeah, let me check this shirt. I'm gonna have to check this link. I gotta look at this. All right, hang on. Let's see. What is it? It does say go away. I dig it. I wish it were a hoodie. It's just got kind of like a plane. You shut up over there. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. My wife's just in the background. Plane? You shut up. Anyways. Yeah, it's a great sweatshirt. It's a little bit plain. Like kind of shapeless, but like the t-shirts are kind of a cool version of that, where it's just like a basic black. Actually, I think this is a is that a blended fabric? I think it is. Like usually those are way softer and have a little bit of texture to it. Oh, here's a hood. Oh, it's a kid's hoodie that says go away though. That's lame. Well, anyways, that's still pretty funny. I like it. All right, 2 more runs to get a couple more of these books here for my Ningguang. What about Ito Mam's boobs? Censor that. Yo, man, like at this point, I'm thinking like nothing is safe. Like Ito's gonna end up censored too. It's literally the first link I saw. Nice. Oh, it's in the Twitch chat? Never mind. What's in the Twitch chat? I mean, I see both at the same time, so I have a thing where it shows me both of the chats at the same time. I unfortunately can't type in both chats at the same time. I have to tab between the 2 windows to do that, but you know, it is what it is. All right, stop knocking my Kokomi around. Get out of here with that.
One with my book. Transfiguration.
And okay. If Ito gets censored, girl's gonna go crazy. I mean, I think they're gonna be fine. I absolutely think they have every intent of running with the double standard on this, where the guy characters will probably get left alone. If they're going after Genshin for their censorship, I bet they don't know about Honkai. So this is actually something I was discussing with some of the people over in my members chat earlier today. I do believe Honkai Impact in China has a higher age rating than Genshin Impact does, and I think that is a big part. Oops, that was the wrong skill. A big part of the thing that caused the issue for Genshin Impact in terms of having to abide by these new censorship restrictions that have been opened up. Oh, there's another link. Wait, if you're happy and you know it, go away. What do you want?
Take your true form.
That's kind of amazing. Oh man, I did a 50k skill with that because it melted on him. I like it. That was good. I gotta look at that one too. If you're happy and you know it, go away. That seems like my kind of hoodie. That's a good one too. I like it. It's a little big. Like I also wish it weren't white. Does it have colors? It does have colors. Oh, it doesn't show you. It doesn't show you what the other colors will look like though. It just has the options, but still cool. I like it. Yeah, that would definitely be Zhao's hoodie for sure. Just if you're happy and you know it, go away. I can just see like somebody approaches Zhao from behind, like, and he doesn't want to deal with them, and they're like, hey, you know, like, or you know, just somebody is in a bad mood, and he's just like, if you're happy and you know it, go away. He doesn't even turn and look at him. It's just straight dead on, just like sitting up there in the tree over here at the Wangshu Inn, just looking out into the distance with his hood pulled up over his head. He's just wearing that sweatshirt. If they do continue to stand there and he has to turn around, all he does is just point at his shirt. Like that's just how it's gonna be with Zhao. All right, let me put Ningguang finally into this group. And then I am finally gonna get this frickin' Ningguang Hangout going, because this has been the longest hour-long build-up for this. Level up some talents here. All right, well, 6 is all I can get out of them because she's you know, still only level 70. I am actually going to finally level this character. You know, as of late, I've been kind of on a, you know, on a kick of leveling up characters that I've been kind of leaving out lately, but it's time, man. Like for those of you who are wondering, I did put up a poll for who I should level next, and it was Xingqiu. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I keep saying his name wrong. It's a hard habit to break, guys. I'm working on it. I'm still working on giving him a build that I like, and I'm not happy with it, but he is level 80 now. His talents are slowly climbing, and he's got a Emblem of Severed Fate set just to boost the damage of his elemental burst right now. But honestly, I'm not happy with his stats. He's at 56-100. Yeah, okay, he's roughly at 2-to-1, but this is not enough. Yeah, okay, he's got 228 energy recharge on a Emblem of Severed Fate set, but I'm just not... This damage just doesn't seem very good to me right now. So maybe I've just like come to accustomed to like characters who are just slamming off screen damage at like, you know, 15, 20, 25k, but like he's not doing that for me just yet, so I have to continue to work on that. Yeah, so I'm still working on it. We're getting there, but Ningguang is next on the list, so she has also started to be worked on. Obviously, like Toma's another character I'd love to put some time into as well, but it has not happened yet, really. But it will happen. I need to shoot over to the town and push all the books to the right so I can continue to enhance them. It's a good set it's good set on him, that set, but Heat Noblesse is good on him. You know, like, yeah, I do feel like that's a good way to go as well. But I don't know, like right now I'm just kind of feeling riding this set out because I've heard really good things. No, I don't want to do those. I need these. This is what I need. But yeah, I've heard really good things about these, so I don't really want to swap off of that set just yet. I want to see what kind of potential I can get out of it before I just abandon it, pretty much. He can easily vape for 70k. Well, I mean, so seeing as how vaporize from the hydro side would be 2x, I could see that being a thing. But here's the problem, is that my elemental burst hits are only hitting for like 4k. So something doesn't seem to be working right. Like, it's just, it doesn't work. So twice of 4k is 8k. So it's like, oh, this sucks. Now, I will say his main skill is doing pretty decent damage already, especially given that I threw a R5 Festering Desire on him, which increases the damage on that. But I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just not working for me right now. Oh, by the way, guys, so I don't know if you've noticed, and I will, or if you are aware of this mechanic. I will throw together a few characters in this group, and I'll have to put it right back. But I think Lisa does it too. Nope, that was what just happened. I'm gonna throw Lisa in the group too as an example.
Here, let me help you.
There are some characters in the game where if you use their catalyst normal attacks, you can see they fly out at 1 speed, but if you hold forward, they fly out at a much faster speed. So right now I'm holding forward. Watch how fast they're coming out. I let it go. Look at how much it slows down. Let it go. Holding forward. Almost double the speed. So you can get double the attack speed on characters like Ningguang, and I think it works on Lisa as well. Let's see. That's her holding forward, not holding forward. So not holding forward. Let's go holding forward. Yeah, definitely faster on her as well. Significantly faster as long as you're holding forward. Several mages in the game work like this. I do believe Yunfei actually may do that as well. That's a character I've been meaning to put some effort into as well. Let me double check that.
Ready for trial?
I'm not sure about. Yeah, no, it works for her too. Yeah, I do think it works for her as well. Maybe not. I don't know if it's working for her. It's very apparent with Ningguang that it's working. It's double the speed, but as soon as you let it go, it's nice and slow. So I don't think it works on Yunfei. But you know, be mindful of that because it may work on other characters in the future. I don't think it does anything for Mona because she attacks really fast anyways. And you know, I used to use Mona a lot, and I learned about this a long time ago, and I never noticed a difference then. So I'll just do it on screen for now. We don't talk about Mona. You can't just Bruno. By the way, did we talk about Bruno? I can't remember. Are we supposed to talk about Bruno? Anyways, I don't know. I don't know if it does anything for Mona. Her attack speed's already so fast anyways. No, I don't think it does anything for Mona. Her attack speed's always been quick. I don't notice any discernible difference. But something I've actually been meaning to do is to actually just get on Mona and do this and then put it into my video editor and see exactly what the elapsed time is up to the millisecond, and that will actually give me a good indication as to whether or not it's working. So, there you go. Anyways. Who did I take out? I need to put Chongyun back in. Where is he? Where are you at, bud? There you are. And put you back in your normal slot. Ningguang, because we're doing Ningguang Hangout. Because that's overdue. Alright. Yes, I know I haven't reached the endings for some of them. Because I haven't done Diona's. I haven't done Sayu's or Beido's. I haven't done Yunshin's or Ningguang's. So I'm going to Ningguang's. Oh, come on. Come here. Come here. Confirm. Alright, begin hangout. The Jade Chamber's returning guest. Alright. Kind of excited for this one. Like, I ever since they started doing the hangout quests, like, started adding them, one of the characters I was like, I hope they do a Ningguang. Like, that was one of the ones I was hoping that they would do. And finally they have. I was hoping I would already have her costume by the time I did this, but I guess not. It is what it is. You know, you can't get it yet. We haven't gotten far enough through it, I don't believe, in order to unlock the costume. The only thing I haven't done on it is just not this. Wrong window. The newest version, like the new quest for this, like I have not completed it yet to unlock this, but I don't think that will make any difference in terms of like the things that I've earned, so it's fine. I'll work on it tomorrow at some time. It does work on Yanfei, by the way, but the change is a little less apparent. Okay, well, that's something I actually have been meaning to check, but yeah, like she's another one I would want to put like on you know, in video editing software and actually mark what the timers were on those. But yeah, so all of you who are here in the stream, if you did not know that, now you do. So if you're, you know, playing Ningguang as a normal attacker, which is a good role for her anyways, then, you know, keep that in mind. And also know that other mages also do that. Get GeoRes, please. Add someone like Albedo to the team. I mean, GeoRes is usually better. You know what? Fine. I'll just make a team around her really quick. I'll just do that. Let's just like lean into it fully. I know she's only level 70 and her skills are a little underleveled. But you know what? The hell with it. I'll just do it. Albedo's always my go-to like GeoRes add-on. But you know what? Let's add a Goro to it while we're at it too. And I'll just leave Kokomi there because Kokomi's Kokomi and she's a good healer. All right. Oh, speaking of which, Goro's kind of busted. So let's fix him. Bam. All right. There we go. Let's go. Have I seen the fan-made map of Tavat? I have seen that map. It's really cool. Oh, that's probably for the quest that I haven't done yet, so I need to not go there. Yeah, just Kutching sitting up here with a bunch of stuff. Let's see, this is the one I'm trying to find. Where? So probably inside. Okay, cool. Zhongli supremacy at Kokomi. I mean, yeah, Zhongli's awesome and all, don't get me wrong. I like having shields, but I'd rather have a healer most of the time.
Huh?
All right. Oh, yeah, you're right. Ningguang doesn't do defense, so he's not going to help. So you know what? Goro's going away for Zhongli. Anyways, yeah, you're right. I totally forgot about that. All right, Ningguang. I always just think of Goro as like, yeah, let's go, Geo characters. He's not going to help Ningguang at all.
It looks like all our problems are solved. Welcome to the Jade Chamber.
Oh, great. I have no idea what we would have done otherwise.
I feel like her three by whatever named aides are probably all really stressed out all the time.
I didn't think we'd really manage to get you here.
I don't know why, but like I picture her like three Bywin aides as like, I don't know if any of you guys have ever watched The Office. I know I reference The Office a lot, but like there's that episode in like season 9 where they find like Pam and Dwight like run into Jan and like she's like running some like major business or something now, and like she's got a really stressed out like assistant who's just crying at like every word. And I feel like they would be like that for some reason. And I feel like Ningguang's probably not that mean to her assistants, but like I don't know, it's just how they come off to me.
This was a last-minute situation, and you're the one we trust the most.
All right, what's
To put
happened?
it simply, we are just looking for the right person to help. We had a very long discussion about it, but to no avail. I have tasked my 3 most trusted secretaries with overseeing an important auction tomorrow. This, however, leaves their regular duties unattended to, and the work cannot afford to go undone.
All right.
The nature of their day-to-day work is highly sensitive and confidential, so whomever I ask to fill in needs to be someone I can trust, and who doesn't have a conflict of interest.
So you thought of me?
Yes, you were the person who came to mind. We may not have spent a great deal of time together, but I do place a great deal of trust in you. To me, this work is highly sensitive and of utmost importance, though I'm sure you'll find it to be mundane at best. It would not surprise me if you can't bear the tedium or can't make the time. And yet,
Can't bear
despite
the
this,
tedium.
I thought it could do no harm to ask the question, on the off chance that you are interested. As it happens, I was just having a discussion on backup plans with my secretaries before you arrived.
But
The outcome of that discussion was that we couldn't think of a suitable alternative.
Okay.
This is a good reminder that we should always have a contingency plan for everything.
Because you're all stressed out.
Anyway, this may add to the
Ganyu
debt
is
of
Ganyu.
gratitude I owe you. But the fact is, your arrival here has rescued what was fast becoming a rather dire situation indeed.
If I have what it takes, I'll do it. How tedious are we talking?
I wouldn't worry. It's all work you'll be quite familiar with. Planning trips, gathering pertinent information, that sort of thing.
Rev, identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Millions of families suffer every year. Michael! It's one of the best ones.
All basic skills required by competent adventurers.
Oh, that's
if
funny.
I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I'll give it a
If you
try.
have any questions about your work, I will answer them shortly. The administrative work Lady Ningguang touched upon just now is only one aspect. You'll also be required to cater for Lady Ningguang's basic daily needs, such as clothing and meals, and be on call for any other requests she may have.
That's, wow. Why can't you do it yourself?
Don't be mistaken. I won't put you in a difficult position, and I will fully respect your judgment.
Okay.
All right.
That's
Please proceed
good.
to the office. Bai Shi will go over the work with you in more detail.
Okay.
Yes, Lady Ningguang. Okay, let's go.
All right. Okay, talk to Baisha. Where did you go? Are you downstairs? Inside? Outside? Where'd you go? She's down here? She's gotta be down here, right? Yep, she's down here. All right. If you go to the back of the Jade Chamber from the outside, you can see the side of Sumeru you can enter because of the Paimon. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've actually climbed up on the very top. It's not that easy to get up there. It's a little weird. It's not real bad, but it's a little bit of a challenge.
Before I get into specifics, I want to start by giving you the big picture.
Okay.
As a member of the Liyue Qixing, Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight. Maintaining her perfect image at all times is absolutely essential.
I feel like to say that she's a member of the Qixing is somewhat understating Ningguang's position.
My usual job is to be her right hand, to maintain her image and take care of all her worries.
Okay.
For example,
That tracks with what we thought.
arranging her daily schedule, picking out clothes for her,
Same
dressing
outfit
her,
forever.
applying her perfume.
So, Jan's secretary confirmed. Your eyes are really sparkling right now. Are you in a trance or?
You misunderstand me. I am simply trying to impress upon you the sheer importance of the work you will be undertaking.
Bai Shi has always been very passionate about her work. I can leave any task in her capable hands, and rest assured that her performance will be nothing short of exemplary.
Rev, I don't know who you are, but you're not Jim, shows picture frame. This is Jim. It's one of the other really good ones in that season, because his reaction to it is like he looks at the picture and just, oh. That's great.
I'm sure she was simply trying to share some of her enthusiasm, in the hopes that you may find it infectious.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Back to the topic at hand. Let's get into the details.
Wait a minute. 19 Bean says, was this the same assistant that talked about Ningguang's lingerie? Sheesh. Wait a minute. Why do I not remember that? Why is that a thing that happened and I just don't remember? See, like, this is what I'm saying. Can we just not be thinking about these things? Beans? Why am I having to tell you this? Yeah, whoever that is, an NPC on the stairs. You haven't talked to her. Ganyu does secretary work for all 7 Qixing members, not to mention the work she does at the ministry. Oh, and also overtime.
Bai Xiao and Bai Wen handle tasks that require enormous experience, while I'm mainly responsible for organizing her daily schedule and making sure she is well fed, dressed for any occasion, and that all her needs are met. I can go through the methods I use and give you some pointers based on my experience to ensure that you are fully equipped to perform your duties.
It's just basic daily routine stuff. It'll be
All
fine.
in a day's work for the traveler, hmm? Great. Then I'll skip that and just get to the handover of duties.
Okay.
Currently, there are 133 items that have yet to be scheduled, 17 of which are high importance, and
133.
yes, I did try to make a start in advance, but only got as far as roughly prioritizing the tasks before I ran out of time. I'll go through the most important items with you in more detail. If there's anything you don't understand, feel free to stop me with questions at any point.
All right.
First is the periodic meeting with the representatives of the 8 trades. After that, fielding opinions on revisions to the current tax legislation. Then, a discussion with Lady Kuching on issues relating to time restrictions on land conveyance deals. Following that, there's a Q&A session with all the major commerce guilds.
Oh my god.
Right after that, there's...
Do you know the order of the 103 items? Hold up. Do I really have to understand Ningguang's work in all this detail just to organize her schedule?
Yes, you do. To the uninitiated, scheduling may sound like a simple process of matching tasks to time slots, but there is actually far more to it than that.
Okay.
You need to take travel time into account, along with a whole spectrum of potential issues that can
Fair.
arise. Ample knowledge of all outside factors that may weigh upon your Plan A is essential to devise a workable contingency plan. I
That
assume this is all
tracks.
making sense. Unless you had any other questions at this point?
She's not going to keep on like this, is she? No, I think I'm good. Actually, I didn't understand any of it. I think I'm gonna go with, no, I think I'm good.
Then let's press on. We're tight on time here, and there's a lot to get through. And we still need to leave enough time for you to prepare Lady Ningguang's schedule.
No need. I think I know how to approach it now. Yeah, let's do that.
Already? Wow, you're a fast learner. Very good. This will be much more efficient.
I still... So White Wolf Third says, yes, I checked, and this is indeed the lingerie one. Well, why do I not remember that? I do not remember that at all. I'm gonna move on.
Wonderful. Then I'll be counting on you to provide my schedule for tomorrow.
Okay, Beans. You would. All right,
I'm
I'll
grateful
do my
for
best.
your assistance. Now, I will leave you here in peace to proceed with your work. I still have a few items from today's schedules that need addressing. If anything else is unclear, you can ask Bai Shi.
Bye, sure.
Take care, Lady Ningguang.
Okay. All right. Time to make a serious effort. Oh, fearful. You didn't log in yet? You got to get those login rewards. All right. Rigorous schedule. Eat, wash up, change, get ready to go out. Meet businesswoman. Oh God. Luo Xiao at Luo. Oh my God. Luoli. Oh my God. Luoli Pavilion. Eat lunch. Meet 3 informants and exchange information. Go to Yuhai Pavilion for a conference. Light meal, negotiate any outstanding matters from the conference. Return to the Jade Chamber. The specific times for the first 3 items are flexible and progress dependent. The conference is the conference and item 4 is scheduled for the evening. Arriving early is recommended. All right.
Good. You factored in both priority and efficiency, and produced a rigorous and well-structured schedule. You've clearly considered it from every angle.
That is the idea.
Excellent work. You've got quite a knack for this.
You're too kind. My brain is fried right now, though.
Please be here at the Jade Chamber tomorrow morning before Lady Ningguang wakes up and start preparing based on the schedule. With you helping out here, we will be able to focus fully on the auction. It will be quite a complicated affair.
I hope everything goes
I
well
hope
tomorrow.
so too. You must be exhausted. Make sure you get an early night tonight.
Well, I never do. Oh, you get that as an item? It's kind of like this over here, the mysterious flyer for the Miss Hina thing. A schedule that you created for Ningguang. The various items are all laid out in a clear, easy to read manner. All right. Business as usual. Wait until the following day, 7 to 8 a.m. All right. I can definitely do that. All right. I can probably just make an excuse. Yes, we are getting cheese. Wait, getting cheese and getting paid. What is going on in the chat right now? She starts talking about Ningguang's body glistening like polished jade as she emerges from her bath. Why do I not? I do not remember that at all. All right, well, somebody's really into Ningguang. Anyways.
In a trade.
Oh, Messina. Yeah, Messina. That was an interesting one. Wake Ningguang up. All right. Upstairs, maybe? No, this kind of makes it seem like it's downstairs. No, it can't be downstairs. What is... No, okay. Oh. Is this supposed to be like Ningguang's bedroom? Talk to Ningguang.
Yes, I'm already awake.
Okay.
I'll be out in a moment. I'm just changing. Good morning. Did you sleep well?
I was so excited I couldn't sleep. Same as usual. I was a little nervous. What is the usual there, Aether? I don't know if I know what the usual is for you. I'm gonna go with I was so excited I
How
couldn't sleep.
strange. Me too. I'm joking, of course. I slept like a baby. Sorry to disappoint you. Now then, the schedule. Let's see what you have for me today. Item 1. Lunch at Lioli Pavilion with Miss Lua Chiao. Ah, yes. I remember the invitation. I need to make sure I'm well prepared for this.
Is she a friend
No,
of yours?
someone I've never met before. Today's lunch will be our first time meeting each other.
It's just lunch. What exactly do you need to prepare?
She's paying a high price for my time, and I intend to make sure she gets her money's worth. Otherwise, tens of millions of Mora is rather a high price for lunch, even one at Lioli Pavilion. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, tens of millions?
That's right. Even at this price,
What?
there is no shortage of people willing to pay for a lunch opportunity with me.
God.
To be clear, I've never had any hand in setting the price. I too was rather surprised to see it become so expensive. Time is very valuable to me, so when I first came up with the idea, I made a rule that my time would go to the highest bidder.
What is... Oh my god, the chat has quickly descended into cancer, apparently. Gabby, oh my god, go to horny jail with that Ningguang bathwater guy. Who the hell is the bathwater guy? Like, I don't know if I know what's... what the hell is going on in the chat right now.
Gradually, it developed into a lucrative business.
It's like an investment.
Yes, that sums it up very well. Most people looking to buy my time are business people who believe that whatever they spend now, they will make back several times over in due course.
Well, that's the dream.
Naturally, for anyone looking to make a profit in a complex market, the bottom line is having the requisite experience and expertise. All I can do for them is share whatever insight I may have.
Aether, I have both chats turned on simultaneously.
As for how much my insight is worth in terms of Mora, everyone has their own idea. There is no standardized way to measure something like this.
So, this is how rich people think.
You are a very lucky person, you know. You get to sit in on this lunch for free. In the hands of a professional business person, the kind of information you'll be exposed to would be worth, well, tens of millions of Mora.
Then I will listen and learn. This could literally be the most valuable lesson I'll learn in my life. All right, let's go with that
There's no
one.
need to be nervous, of course. Now, let's have some breakfast before we leave.
Aether says, no, I'm saying the wacko chat is going on in YouTube, not Twitch. That seems backwards as hell, doesn't it? Usually Twitch is the one that's known for weirdo chat. Have breakfast together with Ningguang. All right. So I gotta head up and out, probably, or is no? It's still down here, isn't it? Is it what? What? It's over. Oh, okay. They have this whole room like set up as like a little breakfast thing. Interesting. All right.
Did you organize this entire breakfast?
I just picked the time slot. I think maybe Baisha arranged it yesterday.
I know what's going on then.
Do you?
Please, sit. Have a taste of the Jade Chamber's chef's cooking. This kind of food tastes far less satisfying if left out for too long.
Thank you. I wonder if what her idea of left out for too long
What do you
is.
think?
It's probably like
Is
5
the
minutes
food
or
to your
something.
liking?
She seems like she probably eats very extravagant food always. I ate so much more than I intended to.
Don't forget we have a lunch later. Save some space, or you might miss out on some even better food. Still, I'm happy to see that you approve of my culinary tastes.
Oh my god. Do you guys see what I see? It's the golden shrimp balls. Somebody get Kuching in here after Guoba ate her golden shrimp balls. She's, you know, still due up for some of those. How dare they not invite Kuching to this breakfast? Poor Kuching. Do you usually eat breakfast with your secretaries?
On occasion. Usually everyone is too busy for a leisurely sit-down meal. There is an awful lot to get done most of the time. Breakfast also isn't usually so lavish, hence my surprise when we got here.
It isn't so
I
lavish.
actually
Okay.
thought you had cooked it all yourself.
I mean, I'm not a terrible chef, but still. Or I don't know if my cooking is really to your taste. We'll go with the first one.
Relax, I'm just joking. Baisha probably made arrangements yesterday to add a few extra dishes to the breakfast menu.
Either why did I imagine TH saying this in cake voice? Well, wait a minute. Which things are you thinking of me saying in cake voice? Are you talking about the the shrimp balls thing? Like, just shrimp balls. Oh, God. Good luck with that one. Anyways, relax. I'm joking. But I should probably made arrangements yesterday to find a few extra dishes to add to the breakfast
You willingly
menu.
took this work on, knowing that it would be tedious, and you have worked diligently. My secretaries and I are very grateful to you. Treating you to some food is but a small token of our appreciation.
Not bad at all. Or it was as good as Xinyu Kiosk in Liuli Pavilion. Oh my God, why can't I say that today? Liuli Pavilion, shrimp balls. Oh, not bad at all.
Sets the tone for the rest of the day. You can't compromise on it. If you wake up to the same monotonous meal each day, you will start to feel fatigued even before you start working.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense, but
Well, I'm done eating. We should get ready, then head off to Liuli Pavilion.
Liuli Pavilion.
I have some preparations to make first. Could you bring my clothes to my room, please?
You need a change of clothes?
I need a change of mood, and a change of clothes will facilitate that.
Is she already
Who
going to have
knows?
the new costume?
Perhaps you will have a completely different impression of me after I change outfits. I already instructed Longyang to have my outfit ready. You can fetch it from her.
Understood.
Thank you.
So I did
I'll be
hear
in my
that there
room.
was like, you know, like the new skin in these, but I kind of figured since there are 5 roots, I wouldn't stumble on it so quickly. But it kind of looks like I hit it on the first try.
Hello, how may I help?
I'm here to fetch a change of clothes for Ningguang.
Ah, yes, of course. Please wait a moment. I'll go and get them.
Thank you. After a long wait, Lanyan finally returns.
Here you are. Please give this to Lady Ningguang.
That seemed to take you a while.
Yes, this whole room is full of Lady Ningguang's personal items. Not just clothes either. There are all kinds of jewelry and ornaments.
Makes sense.
Lady Ningguang asked us to rearrange this room recently. We're currently right in the middle of that, so everything's in a bit of a mess. That's why it took me a little time to find this for you.
Sounds like Ningguang has a huge personal collection. Or, I suppose this is a problem unique to rich people. It's probably a problem unique to rich people.
You can take it now. Thanks for coming to pick it up.
I kind of hope that we get to go through these other rooms at some point. Alright, so let's see this. This box contains the clothes that Ningguang asked you to get. As she said, I need a change of mood, and a change of clothes will facilitate that. Alright. So she has. I guess I'm just going around to the other side again here. Back over here.
Did you get it?
I did get it. Here's the box of your new stuff. We
This
must
is
break
the
into that
one.
room for unlimited
Please,
skins,
wait
right?
for a moment.
After a while, the door in front of you finally opens. Yeah, okay, cool. So we did get to it right away. I feel like Ningguang's new skin is really cool.
I had this
Like,
specially
this one
tailored
is
recently,
just as cool
and I
as
must say, I'm really rather fond of it.
It's just as cool as Kaching's new costume, because Kaching's new costume is really cool too. I think it's just like the bluish purple stuff is really
What
cool
do you
anyways.
think?
They do happen to be my two favorite
Be
colors
honest.
anyways. So
I just want to know your first impression.
it's stunning, it's classy, it suits you. I feel like all of these are true. Like these are just all proper statements. Let's go with it suits you.
Phew.
We'll start with that one.
Thank you. I was actually a little nervous.
Why?
Knowing that it has your seal of approval makes me feel much more self-confident.
Self-confident? Really? You look great in anything. We'll go with
If you're
self-confident.
second-guessing how you look, you can forget about looking glamorous. Even the finest garments in the world would look out of place on you.
Fair.
That's why your affirmation matters so much to me. All right, let's head to Liali Pavilion.
Okay, let's do that then. Talk to Ningguang. Wait, nope. Business as usual. Go to the pavilion for the banquet. All right. Ningguang, you just changed. You're in the wrong outfit. Damn you. All right, I'm gonna go to the other side. Did I went the wrong direction. All right, well, whatever. Also like how it's blue despite her being Geo. Yeah, you know, actually, they went for high contrast, which I think is a really cool idea for that. Oh, I could have just teleported from inside there. Well, whatever. Why do I feel like it's dating set up under the pretext of work? I don't know. I feel like there's all sorts of things in this game that people frequently mistake as dates when they are not in fact dates. So, I don't know. All right. Don't even get me started on Raiden Shogun's story quest that was amazing, and everybody was like, "Bah, you just went on a date with the Shogun. That's all that was for." I hate that argument. I hate it. Is that obvious? I hate that argument so much. God. It's freaking terrible. Anyways.
Lady Ningguang.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
No, not at all. I know that you have 1,000 different things to do each day. I'm very grateful for any amount of time you can spare for me.
Yeah, so Fearful of Doors, it felt like introducing A to the real world. That's exactly what it was. This is a person who was removed from the world for most of, what, 400 years at minimum? Like, she needed a reintroduction to the world. They were trying to convince her at Yae Miko's request to reintegrate her to see if she will come back from the plane of euthymia. In order to do that, they had to show her that eternity, as she saw it, was a contradiction. She cannot prevent change. It's inevitable. So everything, like while she was focused on keeping everything the same, the world around her was changing anyways. She needed to see that so that she can begin to contemplate eternity in a different way. And I also think that they actually were more successful in that argument than it seemed on the surface, because we've also, as of that quest, began to foreshadow the idea that the Raiden Shogun puppet isn't really doing well with this. Like, it's pacing around in Tenshukaku, just like all confused because it doesn't know what to do. And the puppet is designed, it's programmed to terminate A if even she is a threat to eternity. If A changes gears on eternity, I guarantee you the Raiden Shogun puppet will come for her. Like, we are going to see the Raiden Shogun puppet turn into a complete monster. Raiden, like, A has even been sitting in the plane of euthymia, having a reoccurring nightmare that the puppet comes for her. She is aware of it. Like, that is intentional foreshadowing. The Raiden Shogun puppet's gonna turn on A at some point. I guarantee you that's coming. That is going to happen. 10 out of 10. It's coming. Okay, anyways. No, not at all. I know that you have 1,000 different things to do each day. I'm very grateful for any amount of time you can spare me.
Great. Well, let's leave the formalities aside from now on and make this just a friendly chat. This is the Traveler. I'm assuming you've heard of him. He happened to be in Liyue Harbor today, so I invited him to come along. It's a rare opportunity to dine with him, too. Do you mind if he sits with us?
For your 10 million Mora dinner?
No, not at all. On the contrary, I'm honored. What a surprise to be dining with the illustrious Traveler, too.
You know, I don't think I've ever held that much Mora in this game at any one time. I know some people do, but I have certainly never held more than probably 3 or 4 mil Mora at one time. And even that was a stretch because I was saving to level, I think that was right around when I was saving to level Eula. And I think that was the high, I think it was like 3.5 was the highest I've ever climbed. Otherwise, consistently building new characters, it always burns away. But I know that I've seen like people who have like 15 or 20 mil just sitting around unused. Meanwhile, their character roster looks like a weird, like, just joke of people hanging from the walls with uncrowned skills and unleveled weapons and bad team compositions because they've got all these resources sitting around to use. But I definitely don't have that. I thought she'd introduce me as her temporary secretary.
I've always been fascinated by you and your adventures. There's so many questions I'd love to ask you.
Dread Hades says, a complete weekly boss of the puppet. No, seriously, I think if the Raiden Shogun puppet turns on A, which is already foreshadowed, I feel like a Trounce domain boss is likely. I really do, because I feel like that would be a big deal. And they've already put a lot of time and effort into creating a battle with the Raiden Shogun, which we've done twice in the story already. So why not turn that into a Trounce boss? Honestly, I think the battle with the Raiden Shogun, and you guys can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, I think the battle with the Raiden Shogun in the 2 times that we fought her already are actually 2 of the most challenging boss battles that we've had in the game thus far, and they're not Trounce domains. So, like, those are really challenging fights. Like, make them a Trounce domain. I think those would be a really challenging battle. Let's do that. I've always been fascinated by you and your adventures. There's so many questions I'd love to ask you.
I'm sorry. Where are my manners? I forgot to introduce myself. Look at me, getting all overexcited. I'm Luo Qiao, a businesswoman. I work mostly in the textile business, but recently I've been considering branching out into some other markets. That's what I wanted to ask Lady Ningguang for some advice about. I didn't know there'd be a surprise guest involved, too. So, the rumors are true, then?
Rumors? About what exactly?
You know, the rumors about the 2 of you. Lady Ningguang
okay.
and the Traveler having a closer than average relationship. You haven't heard?
Are these rumors widespread or no? I feel like, are these rumors widespread?
Come on. You must know that Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight. That obviously includes her relationships.
Is the Raiden's boss music is the best boss music IMO? I agree. Which, by the way, while I was disappointed that Raiden Shogun's boss music didn't make it into the new soundtrack that just came out, I was really glad that they put her trailer music in it, because that song is freaking amazing. Did anybody else really dig the new soundtrack that came out? Because it's one of the best ones to come out in a while, I think.
And if you didn't have some sort of special relationship, why would she invite you to this lunch right after finding out that you were back in Liyue Harbor?
I would have to say that pretty much all of Raiden Shogun, Raiden A's themes are some of the best songs in the game. Okay, and if you didn't have some sort of special relationship, why would she invite you to this lunch right after finding out that you were back in Liyue Harbor? Actually, I need to be very careful about how I answer this. Yeah, let's do that.
Interesting. Yes, we do have a special relationship, but I don't see anything unusual about it. The Traveler is a national hero in Liyue whose actions have directly contributed toward the prosperity we enjoy today. Even putting aside my official status as one of the Liyue Qixing, I admire him on a personal level too.
Oh, yes.
I've got to get a
Well,
less
there's nothing
crunchy water
unusual
bottle.
about it at
Sorry,
all.
guys.
I was just observing that Lady Ningguang now seems to have a second interesting character in her innermost circle. The first one being the captain.
Oh, Beto.
You're comparing apples and sunsettias there. Whenever Beidou returns to Liyue Harbor, all she brings me is a headache.
Poor Beto.
I've missed out on a number of extremely promising investment opportunities thanks to her. In fact, the timing is always so suspiciously coincidental, I can't help but wonder if she's doing it on purpose.
You know what? I feel like Beto would do that on
Investment
purpose.
opportunities? Oh, do you mean the luminescent spine business? I hear that's been all the rage recently.
No, something else. All the talk about luminescent spines is just empty hype.
She's 100% doing it on purpose. No way in hell she isn't. I agree. The plastic bottles at the middle of the night be like, with just the light on. Yeah, I kind of largely agree that like these plastic bottles, like if you're drinking one like in a room where somebody else is sleeping, it's like trying to like eat a potato chip during a quiet part of a movie or popcorn during a quiet part of a movie. It's just like the worst thing ever.
Oh, but isn't there some new technology from Fontaine that needs lots of luminescent spines to make it work?
Ooh, Fontaine technology.
If it were really that profitable, those in the know would have kept it as quiet as possible. You have to wonder, if the news is spreading like wildfire, who's fanning the flames? I had my secretary do some analysis. The current price of luminescent spines far exceeds the profits that could be made on the end product. So I would advise you to be cautious.
Okay.
I see. Well, I was planning to get your opinion on how to get started in that business.
In my opinion, there are many people around with ulterior motives, making this a very risky business to enter into in the short term. Long term, it's very difficult to say, but I believe there's too much uncertainty to make it worth your investment. You worked hard to earn every more you own, and you should be just as careful spending it as you were making it.
Hit the nail on the head. Somebody said there's a new video on the official Genshin channel. Oh, all right, hang on. Let me go check and see. I don't see anything. There's nothing. Lies. Yeah, I don't see anything. There doesn't appear to be anything there on my side. Maybe it just hasn't come up yet. I don't know. Let me check the Genshin official announcements, because that usually will give a direct link to it. Maybe. No, this is nothing. What is it? Well, this was probably just a few minutes ago. This is a tweet. Let's see. No, this is just a web thing. I'm not seeing anything here. All right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't see any new. It's a new. Wait, what? A new concert? It's on Twitter. What? Hang on. Let me go back to the announcement here. Is it an announcement for a new concert? Let's see. This was yesterday for like a Twitter post about the new soundtrack. Where is this? Beidou and Ning both pick on each other, but it's fun to see their interactions. You remember the interaction during the Moon Chaser Beidou makes about Ning being lonely? Yeah, I do vaguely remember that. It's a concert preview. It's a Genshin Impact concert special. I mean, I'm definitely all for it. The last Genshin concert slapped, so like I am all for that. But it is not showing up on my side. Oh wait, there it is. All right, hang on. I will put this up here. Give me 2 seconds here. Trying to put it over here so that it loads up correctly so that I can share it with you guys and we can watch this at the same time. No, stop playing. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, I stopped it. We're good. No, wait. Wait, why is this still playing? Stop playing. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Okay, we got it. All right, we should be good. Coming soon. Okay, I mean, it's short and sweet, I guess. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I am definitely all about that. The last one was really, really awesome, so I am definitely all for them doing it again. Let's go, because, yeah, the last one was really awesome, so let's bring on another one. I'm definitely here for it. Yeah, the last concert that they had, for the 1 year anniversary, which was completely overshadowed by senseless drama, was awesome.
You think so too, huh?
At least do your research before you part with any money. Yeah, I mean, that's generally a good
Okay,
call.
got it. If that's what both of you think, I'll take my time and not rush into anything. Maybe it'd be a better choice to invest this money into an industry that I'm genuinely interested in getting involved with.
Business talk continues in this vein throughout lunchtime.
Lady Ningguang, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. I didn't know how much we'd get through, but you've answered every question I wanted to ask.
So I wonder if this new concert that's going to come up is going to have Inazuma music in it, because the last one didn't. What do y'all think of the new global skins? Shivam, you might want to go back and watch the beginning of the stream at the end. I spent like the first 45 minutes talking about how much feel I have about the majority of those skins.
Good. I'm glad I could be of some help.
Convince her not to invest in NFTs. You know what? I agree. NFTs, you know, like, they kind of seem evil. I don't know what's going on there. It seems not okay.
Now I see why you were able to become the most successful business person in Liyue Harbor.
Don't worry, Shivam. I also hate the new Mona. No worries.
You think clearly, you are very knowledgeable, and you keep yourself well informed. It would take me a very long time to come anywhere close to your level.
Yeah, see, I also, like, I don't dislike the new Jean skin, but I also think it makes no sense. Because as I mentioned earlier, it takes the dandelion out of her. Like, she's the dandelion knight and the lion tooth knight at the same time. Her original design was a proper reflection of both of those things, and she says herself that she exemplifies the dandelion knight, but the new costume skin is all lion tooth knight, and that's my argument for that. It's all rough edge. This is why so many people want to pay to spend time with Ningguang.
You've been listening for a while. Are you getting bored?
No, I'm finding it all interesting.
Has it sparked an interest in the business world for you?
Maybe. I'll give it a shot in the future. I'm a novice, but I was able to follow because you explained everything so clearly.
That means you also have a good head on your shoulders, and the ability to learn rapidly.
See, Phoenix Farmer, this is where I disagree. You say that the old Jean skin makes no sense. Here's the thing. That costume makes perfect sense in a fantasy world where you are establishing that a character is a blend between two worlds. The title of Dandelion Knight and Lion Tooth Knight are the two, one passes down through the Knights of Favonius, the other through her family. And these two things, these are two very separate titles that have not been like pushed into one until her. And her existing outfit, her original one, with the duster and the armored arms and like just kind of like the prim and proper overall, but yet still soft and feminine appearance to it, was a proper representation of both of those things. And the new one doesn't have that. It's all hard edge only. That means you also have a good head on your shoulders and the ability to learn rapidly.
If you are in need of Mora, you should absolutely consider doing business.
I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you. This lunch was everything I was hoping for and more. I can't wait to try out everything I've learned.
See you next time. I'll look forward to hearing good news from you soon.
All right, that's probably the end of that first one, I'm guessing. Oh,
Right then.
not yet.
Lunch is over. I assume you have something planned next? Although, I'm a little concerned about the auction. I wonder how my secretarial trio is getting along.
Don't worry about them. They're very capable.
Yes, you're right. Whatever happens, they can handle it. In that case, what's next on the schedule?
Meeting with the informants.
Ah, okay then. Yes, it's been some time since I last caught up with them. Let's go to Mingxing Jewelry first. I need to pick up something before meeting them.
Yeah, if we want to talk about a costume aspect that doesn't fit, look at the goofy little modesty panel they put on Mona underneath her necklace. It's not connected to anything, and it still shapes to her body. Like, what is that? Doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. All right, exchanging intelligence. Let's see. All right.
Hello. I'm here to collect the item I handed in for repair.
Ah, Lady Ningguang. One moment, please. I'll fetch it immediately.
Let's see what
Very
this
good.
item's all about.
Don't rush now. Please, handle it with care. Yes and no.
It's interesting to hear characters like Ningguang say "don't rush." It just immediately put me in like Zhongli mode.
You
Don't
probably
rush.
imagine that Mingxing Jewelry deals exclusively in expensive luxury goods.
True, that's my impression.
The workers here are very skilled, so I like to come to them when I need something custom made. This time, though, I just had them do a simple repair. The item is quite ordinary. In fact, the cost of the repair was more than the item was ever worth.
Lady Ningguang, your comb has been fixed. Please inspect it and see whether you're satisfied with our work.
Yeah, actually, Andy is fearful of doors. The Amber one actually has a lot more changes than I think a lot of people are giving it credit for. I did actually kind of break them all down at the beginning of the stream, so if you want, you can go back and check it out at the beginning. But yeah, that costume was very, like, surprisingly different when I actually had the opportunity to really inspect it. Like, a lot of it'll just fly past you. You won't notice it until you really sit down and start looking for it. But it has a lot of small details that I thought were really well implemented. All right, anyways, Ningguang, your comb has been fixed. Please inspect it and see whether you're satisfied with your
We
work.
did everything we could to restore it to its original condition. You'll still see a few marks on there, though. This was unavoidable because of how badly damaged the item was.
That's fine. Thank you for your hard work.
At David Story, I wish Rosaria's new costume was what she wore when outside of combat. Then when in a fight, she throws it off to reveal her original one. Yeah, that would be an interesting concept, I suppose. If it were like a hooded cape or something. But I don't know. I'm trying to think about how they could make that work. I'm sure there was a way they could have done it. I don't know. I think her new costume is pretty cool, though. I think the new Rosaria one is one of the two ones that I actually do like. Oh God, Shivam. You might need to take something for that.
Yes, though it is something very precious to one of my informants. It reminds her of her mother. My informants often provide me with extremely important information. It's only fair that I endeavor to meet any requests they have in return. Trust is of far greater importance than profit in the relationship between me and my informants.
Yeah, there's far more details in Amber's new skin than in the original one.
It's understandable to think that way, and in the vast majority of cases, you'd be completely right. But things are a little different with these particular informants. Mora doesn't get you very far with this crowd. And this only makes me all the more excited to meet with them. Thank you for the repair, Xingqi. This is a great help.
Oh, don't mention it. It's always a pleasure, Lady Ningguang.
Let's go and meet them.
Okay. Repaired comb. Let's take a look at this really quick. The comb that Ningguang commissioned Mingxing Jewelry to repair. It belongs to a special informant. The damage to the comb was originally quite severe. The fact that it could be repaired to this extent is quite impressive indeed. All right. fearful of doors. Same with Jean's, honestly. It was like a whole lot better. See, that's where I don't like Jean's new one. Like, I don't think it's like a bad design. I don't think it looks bad or anything. But I think from a character standpoint, it doesn't make sense. They trimmed the dandelion knight off of her, and that's the aspect of her personality that she herself said that she better personified. Auntie Ningguang? What?
Hi, Auntie Ningguang.
Hello, my dears. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
The informants are children.
Yes, indeed. And they are some of my most reliable helpers and friends. I didn't want to involve them in intelligence gathering for me at first, but they, on the other hand, were so enthusiastic. It turned out that they delivered the goods and thoroughly enjoyed themselves while they were at it. So, it was a win-win. So, fill me in. How have you all been doing?
I'm kind of surprised that it's children, and to see that that Ningguang's even interacting with the children.
But you didn't do your homework, did you? Yeah, but it's not my fault. You still gotta try. Like teacher says, Liyue Harbor is in a new age now, and we've got a really important part to play.
This new age started after that great battle, you know.
I didn't know it would have such a profound impact.
Well, this is a dramatic change, unique in all of the millennia of Liyue's history. Everyone is eager to do their part and make their mark in the age of humanity. What about you, Nan? You haven't said anything yet, and you're looking a little unhappy.
I'm fine. Just don't know what to say.
Oh yeah, I just remembered. A load of really big boats came into the harbor the day before yesterday.
Oh, hey, look, another spammer. Get them. Execute Order 66.
Yeah, that's right. All the merchants were there, and it was really noisy. And then the people on the boat started unloading all these crates. There was a salty kind of fishy smell in the air. Ugh.
Oh, I see. That'll be the fishing boats coming back from the open ocean. How much?
Yep.
I skipped again. Damn it.
Just like you said. They looked really full this time.
My goodness. Well, it sounds like they made quite a big catch.
How can you tell?
The heavier the boat, the lower the hull sits in the water. So you can tell how heavily loaded a vessel is from the height of the waterline. How deep a fully loaded vessel will sit in the water varies from ship to ship. But it's something you can tell from experience, at least for the kinds of vessels you see regularly.
Is that... Wait, what? Is that a tone I hear? What? I don't know if I know what you mean. I'm confused.
Since Auntie Ningguang taught me how to do it, I can tell with just one look.
Very clever.
A few days ago, I heard some people saying that a big merchant from Fontaine is coming soon to buy luminescent spines. They said that when they get here, the price will go up a lot.
Oh, really?
That's the opposite of what Ningguang's analysis found out.
Who did you hear this from? Do you remember what they looked like?
No, I don't remember.
All right, never mind. So, how about what they said? Do you remember their exact words?
I don't remember that either. Sorry.
Are you okay?
Oh my god, I keep accidentally...
You're usually the one
I gotta
that
keep my
talks
hand
the
off the
most.
space bar.
What's gotten into you today?
It's okay. Don't be upset. Actually, I brought you a little something to cheer you up. How about...
I did it again. Well, it's the comb. Yay, comb.
It's my comb. You remembered.
Of course I did. If I make you a promise, I will always keep it.
Thank you, Auntie Ningguang. Thank you so much.
It was just a small favor, really. Nothing to get overexcited about.
But They said you'd be too busy to remember about a boring old comb.
They?
They?
Uh-oh.
Did you bust somebody here? It looks like there's a story here, or no wonder she was fumbling her words.
It's all right. Don't worry. There just seems to be some kind of misunderstanding here. Why don't you take this opportunity to clear it up? Don't you think that'd be best?
Yeah.
Yeah, Auntie Ningguang's not gonna blame you.
I'm sorry. I told you a lie.
Uh-oh.
That thing about the luminescent spines wasn't something I heard. Two people came and told me to say it to you.
Uh-oh.
I told them I didn't want to lie to Auntie Ningguang, but, they told me you'd forgotten all about the comb, and I didn't know how to argue with them. Then they bought me a new comb, and I...
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, this
I'll
is...
give them the comb back right away. No comb is better than the one you helped get fixed for me.
I know how much it means to you. It was a gift from your mom before she left Liyue Harbor, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I'll be extra careful with it from now on. When Mom gets back, she'll be so sad if she finds out I broke it.
I must say, this is most intriguing.
Yeah, it looks like somebody is trying to scam you. So, somebody sucks.
How about this? You tell me where those two people are, and I'll take the comb back to them for you. Sound good?
Okay. They're over at the docks. They said I should go and meet them when I finished the mission.
All right then. Don't worry, it'll all be fine. I'll be right back.
It'll be fine. I'll be right back. I think she's gonna go tear into somebody.
Are you gonna go punish the bad guys?
Yeah, let's go punish
Now,
the bad
now,
guys.
This is a grown-up situation, okay? It's not fun and games anymore. And don't try and follow me.
Yeah, don't probably do
I'm just
that.
going to have a polite discussion with those two grown-ups about what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do.
Little angry signs over her head. All right.
If you told us sooner, we would have figured out that it's a lie. Yeah, all three of us together makes a pretty smart group.
I got it. Thanks.
All right. I keep forgetting to change the group. Let me change the group to get Goro out for Zhongli, because he doesn't really help. Zhongli will, because he's got tenacity of Millilith anyway. All right. Going around this way. Not that. Oh, I don't even think you can get a bonus to damage for a Geo character from tenacity, so it doesn't matter. Shields. Oh, Yunjin. You know what? She actually would be really... well, let me think like this. For buffed normals, yeah, I mean, I suppose that wouldn't be bad. She does give more to, like, multi-element groups, not necessarily mono-elemental groups. But, you know what? I'll give it a go. Oh, I went the wrong direction. But, yeah, I mean, my Yunjin isn't leveled correctly yet. She's only level 40. I still got a lot of work to do with this character. Let's see if I can at least get her to 50 with what I have. Just been you know, slowly investing in this character. I need to get Ningguang to 80, and then I'll probably get Yunjin to 80, and then I'm gonna have to start saving materials for Miko. All right, so yep, I knew it.
Do you think that kid's gonna fluff her lines?
Fluff her lines.
Let's be honest. This is a new low for us.
Yeah, you big zoo.
Yes, I know. But we didn't have any other options. Just try not to overthink it, okay? Nanan's one of Ningguang's most trusted informants. Ningguang adores that kid. She's not gonna get all suspicious just because her story doesn't quite add up.
Yeah, she saw right through that, man.
It sounds like you underestimated me. And the children as well.
Busted.
Lady Ningguang?
So, the fact that these guys don't look particularly... Yeah, Miko plus weapon. Oh, Yes, for sure.
You knew how important that comb was to Nan Nan, and you exploited that fact to emotionally manipulate her. You coached a child to lie, made her betray her own innocence and confuse her conscience. Do you not realize how contemptible that is?
Yeah, it's pretty bad, dude. You suck. Low key, or Lao key, or whatever your name is. You suck. Boo. Boo, Lao key. Boo. Boo.
Sorry, Lady Ningguang.
Boo.
We never should have crossed you like this.
That's not the point. Business is business. And at some point, we're all trying to get the better of one another. So if all you've done is fool me by feeding me false information, I'd make a loss, and that would be the end of it. But you cannot put Mora above all else. You cannot go exploiting children for profit. Do you have any idea just how much damage that will cause?
Oh, she is super pissed.
It was hardly our first choice either. We were only acting out of necessity.
Oh, yeah, it would be Lao Ke, wouldn't it? Because K-E is Ke, like Kaching. So it would be Lao Ke, probably. Well, still, you still suck. Boo. Boo, Lao Ke. You suck.
We've been business partners for years now. We've gotten by, I guess, but never had any opportunities to expand.
Pissed off Ningguang is great.
When we heard about the movement in the luminescent spine market, we thought to heck with it. Let's go all in on this one. See if we don't get lucky for once.
Ren, Ning talking to these guys, Traveler in the back. You suck. Boo. Pretty much. Boo. You suck.
So we stocked up a huge stash of luminescent spines and watched as the price went up and up. We thought this was gonna be it. We were gonna make our fortune.
These are like freaking GPU scalpers. That's what these guys are like. They're like all the assholes with their stupid ass bots sitting in front of their computers like, yes, let's buy all the graphics cards and we'll make all the money. And, you know, cause all the GPUs to be 3 times the price that they're supposed to be. Boo! Scalpers suck. Boo! Boo, scalpers, boo.
But we waited and waited, and this mystery merchant from Fontaine never came. More and more people started to suspect it was all a huge scam.
It's because it is a huge scam.
Suddenly, everyone with luminescent spines was running for the exit, selling as fast as they could. But we had so much inventory that no one was willing to buy it.
And that's when you thought of Ningguang.
Oh yeah! As soon as Lady Ningguang makes a move, everyone follows her lead, and the price takes a steep hike. If we don't sell the goods, we're both bankrupt. We're in debt up to our eyeballs. We just didn't have any other choices.
This is not a good option.
To be brutally honest, we took out a loan and made a speculative investment is not a sob story.
Your business analysis was correct. This supports your conclusion about the luminescent spine hype.
But not everyone has the capability to make rational decisions.
Clearly.
Greed, a lust for wealth, and impatience can all cloud your judgment. Do you now realize how dire the consequences of wild speculation can be?
100%. We've both barely slept in days.
I feel like this whole like side run of like these guys like peddling and like wild speculation is like internal MiHoYo commentary on people who peddle leaks for this game. Don't do that. Leaks are bad, okay?
We begged people to take our stock off our hands. They laughed at us, called us idiots, thought it was all hilarious.
We messed up. Completely and catastrophically messed up. The savings we worked so hard our whole lives to build up, decimated just like that. All we want now is a chance to start over.
Well, I can take your luminescent spines off your hands, but we will need a detailed contract. The portion of what I pay that exceeds the average price of luminescent spines in the past, you will have to pay back to me by some means in our future business dealings.
Huh? But that means our profit is 0.
Get wrecked.
Then you're free to find another willing buyer. But If you're seriously still insisting on turning a profit under these circumstances, I'm afraid you're beyond redemption.
Yeah, I mean, if you can at least make your money back, dude, you should be pretty excited, given how bad this went for you.
Let's swap the goods for cash and use it to pay off our debts and be done with it. This is a lifeline and we should be grateful for it. Forget about making money.
Yes. Yes, you're right.
Manipulating children is red flags. Yeah, and I mean, it's definitely not a good, not an indication that these guys are good at making great decisions.
I have no particular need for luminescent spines, but I'm quite sure I
Hey,
can uncover
Kyria,
a market
welcome.
for it with a little research.
Okay, so, shall we get this deal done now, or?
No need to hurry. Our deal is hardly the urgent matter here. Atoning for your transgressions is the main order of business. You took advantage of a child, and you are coming with me to make a full and unreserved apology.
Yup. Someone slapped their faces.
This is an opportunity for you to show remorse.
Oh, okay.
Come on, let's go back and see the children.
All right. This way. This will probably be the faster way back up there. Probably. I have really got to finish leveling Yunjin. And Ningguang, for that matter. Like I said, I need to get her to 80, then Yunjin to 80. And then I got to start holding materials for Miko. Someone make their faces into mushroom pizza. That's
We're back. Everything's all
that's a hell of an analogy.
Huh? Oh, it's those two.
I'm sorry, Nan Nan. I was lying to you when I told you that Lady Ningguang wouldn't fix your comb. I was completely in the wrong, and I promise I'll never do anything like this again. Can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
Yeah, kids are like goldfish. They'll forget in a few minutes. You'll be fine.
What do you think, Auntie Ningguang?
I think it should be your choice, and yours alone.
No matter what your decision is, we support you.
Well, since it's all sorted out now and nothing super bad happened, I guess it's okay.
And feed them to the children as an act of redemption. That's that escalated quickly.
But we can't just let them off. We gotta show them you don't mess with us.
That's true. I'd certainly hate to see anyone else try to con you.
I've made up my mind. I want them to come play with us.
What?
Yeah! Now we have someone to play hide and seek with. Great idea.
Well, they definitely let them off
Let's
the
go
hook.
play hide and seek at the North Wharf.
Kyria, I have no idea. I don't hunt leaks, so I couldn't tell you. I just need to get, like, you know, basic materials just to level up characters, because those are the kind of things that, you know, I usually hunt for.
Wait a second.
It means I'm gonna have to run some ley lines, probably.
Nope. No waiting. Come on.
So full of energy.
I do think that the, you know, if Shenhua was any indication, somewhere around a couple of weeks before the character came out, they did give us a tease of what items were going to be necessary. So somewhere around there, we should be able to start getting prepared.
Yes, of course. I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving them alone with those two buffoons.
She just called those two dudes buffoons. Play with the children at the North Wharf. Do we have to? All right, fine. All right, this direction. Miko seems like she would use Sakura petals given her ties to the great Sakura tree. Maybe. Very possibly. Very probably, actually. Seems like something you need to probably save a whole bunch of. Just hoard everything. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely one of the kind of people who never pass an item. Like, if I see the little shining lights, usually I'll grab them instantly. Like, I don't usually sit around and wait for them. Where is everybody? What? Okay, here we go.
Let me guess what you're thinking. You're thinking that there's not a huge difference between me turning these children into my informants and the actions of those two businessmen. Am I right?
I mean, it's not as bad, but...
They were completely different when I first met them. They'd run away as soon as they saw me, or they'd be shaking with nerves and unable to speak.
You are Lady Ningguang, after all. I have like 500 Sakura petals. I don't even know how many I have. I don't know that I've really pulled a whole bunch of those in recent days or not off the top of my head.
But gradually, they stopped seeing me as someone to be afraid of, and started seeing me as someone they can trust. For my part, I did my utmost to fulfill the duties of a responsible adult. I played games with them, but I also taught them observation skills, analytical skills, how to think critically. I never taught business, though. Now, they're much further ahead in their studies, and far more mature than their peers. This has given them confidence in themselves. I think that this is beneficial to them.
You are a lot like a teacher to them.
Yes, perhaps I am. I never had the chance to receive a good education as a child. That's why I hope to teach these children myself. Hopefully, I can pass on some of what I've learned. Someday they may realize that not everything is a win-win deal, that deception and one-upmanship are facts of life. But there's nothing wrong with that.
I do like that, you know, they just had her, like Ningguang, reflecting on, you know, the fact that her childhood was not an easy one. She's very well-to-do now, but that is not how her life started.
When that happens, they will be ready to face the world head-on and become exceptional businessmen and women. But until then, I am here to protect them.
Are you raising them to be your heirs?
I will one day die. New Qixing will replace the old, and Leah will continue to prosper.
Well, that's a very forward attitude that she has about that, because, you know, everybody dies someday. You will die.
I hope the name Ningguang will live on, but not as a person, as more of a symbol. If I can pass on everything I have learned, I can create a legacy that will live on long after I am gone.
Gonna have like all of the Geo Archon statues changed to Ningguangs.
Come on, Auntie Ningguang! Hurry up! We're not gonna wait forever!
Coming! Come on, let's enjoy this while we can.
Okay, that was not a bad one. The time flies, and the good years slip away easily, but the name Ningguang will remain a symbol for generations to come. Oh god, I didn't save the damn picture. Oh, why did god? All right, well, I'll be fine. I can always get that one again later. Not that big a deal. Okay, so I need to get back into the quest list here, and I want to take a look really quick at how long it's going to take for me to get into any of these other ones. Wrong window, because I do need to wrap up the stream on time tonight, and I haven't gotten that far into it yet. So I need to take a look here and see how much further I'm going to go for that. Let's see. I get some decent rewards throughout this. So I do like that the rewards are items for leveling up her character as well. That'll be useful. How is Ningguang not a 5-star? I kind of have always wondered that myself. But I think Ningguang is another one of those characters that makes a solid argument for the probability of character enhancement quests or new 5-star variants of the same characters. I really do. I feel like characters like Ningguang, Kaya, Amber, like all of those characters are destined to end up with 5-star variants. Lisa, like I really do. I feel like a lot of those characters are gonna see upgrades at some point in time, whether or not they end up being a new banner character or just an upgrade quest, who knows. I kind of tend to expect it to be a banner because it'll probably completely change the character and their kit. Let's see, I would say this one right here. This is where I need to go. Back to the part of the... Back to oh my god. Lioli. I cannot say that word at all today. Like, oh my god. Yeah. Kind of salty. I missed that that screenshot, although I do think that somebody did. Yep. Okay, it's right there. So I don't have to worry about it. I got it right there. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right. I got it anyways. I'm calling it 5-star Catalyst and Sumeru. I'm rolling for them. Yeah. I want more like Catalyst primary DPS characters really, really badly. But then again, you know, I feel like all Mona needs to punch up in that category in the current age is just a crit damage 5-star Catalyst, and we'll be pretty good.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
No, not at all. I know that you have 1,000 different things to do each day. I'm very grateful for any amount of time you can spare for me.
Great. Well,
well, I already went through all of this, so I just need to get to the part where it divides.
I've always been
So let's get to that again.
That's what I wanted to.
And we'll see where this ends up going on this.
Haven't heard?
Nope.
Come on. You must know that Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight. That obviously includes her relationships.
If they don't have ads, then they won't miss out on his content. Then that could make them subscribe. Plus, they can also support on YouTube, which is cheaper. Or on the Discord server, or donate bits and monies, though. I mean, yeah, here's the thing about the ads. And why I never am like, yeah, just ad block, guys, because like the ads are what actually, you know, get me paid for this stuff. So like, I don't encourage use of it, but I certainly do understand why you would.
And
just like everybody else, whenever I get ads in the middle of something that I'm like super entertained by, I'm like, oh,
after finding out that you were back in Liyue Harbor.
Actually.
Interesting. Yes, we do have a special relationship.
Still the same kind of dialogue from before, just with different options, so I may not have actually hit the split point yet.
Well, there is nothing.
You're comparing apples and sun. I've missed out on a number of extreme
investment opportunities.
No, something.
Oh, but isn't there something?
If it were really that profitable, those in the know would have kept it as quiet as I had my secretary do some analysis. The current price of so I would advise you.
Yeah, there she is calling that it was wrong again.
Opinion, there are long term. It's very
hit the nail on the head.
Think so too? Huh? Okay. Got it. Maybe it'd be
so what's the difference here? Because this is all the same so far.
Lady Ningguang.
Oh wait.
Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. I didn't know how much we'd get through, but you've answered every question I wanted to ask.
Good. I'm glad I could be of some help.
Now I see why you were able to become the most successful business person in Liyue Harbor.
Note to self, if TH pisses me off, use ad block.
You think clearly. You are very knowledgeable, and you keep yourself well informed. It would take me a very long time to come anywhere close to your level.
All the Archons decorate their fake visions, so does Baiju. Insert copium here. I mean, a lot of characters decorate their visions. Get Amber. She's got that giant feather hanging off of it. Kaya's vision is completely butchered into her. It isn't actually even all that. It is clearly like he butchered his. Like, it's weirdly different than other Mondstadt visions. If you haven't noticed it, look at it. It's weird.
You've been listening for a while. Are you getting bored? Has it sparked an interest in the business world for you?
Maybe I'll give it a shot in the future. This is probably it.
So you want to be my competitor? Well then, I suppose I'll have to start looking over my shoulder. Or how about this? I'll invest in you early on, before you make it big.
I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you. This lunch was everything I was hoping for and more. I can't wait to try out everything I've learned.
Like, I would say, like, just based on Kaya's vision being kind of weird, that it's like, oh my god, it's a delusion or something, but it's not. He has a vision story just like everybody else. And it happened in full witness of Diluc, so...
See you next time. I'll look forward to hearing good news from you soon.
Wow, she stood up too early. That was kind of awkward.
Right then. Lunch is over. I assume you have something planned next? Although...
Did we not hit the split
I'm
yet?
a little concerned about the auction. I wonder how my secretarial trio is getting along.
Okay, well, we have time to go up and check on them if you want.
Good.
It's this
Then
one
let's
for
do
sure.
that. There are some slippery characters among the bidders, you see. So, even though my secretaries are very capable and experienced, I still can't help worrying for them a little. Come on. The auction is being held at Yujing Terrace.
Okay. Let's go back to there. Kaya's vision does have 2 less wings or whatever. And all. Yeah, I can just go ahead and point it out for you guys. In case some of you guys were wondering what I was talking about, let's take a quick look at somebody else who has a Mondstadt vision. So, let's see if I can get a little closer on the character, right? Which one is it? Is it profile? Yeah. So you can see there's, what, 6 wings on this. Hers is a little harder to tell, I think, just because his is so small. It makes it even harder. Mona's, maybe? Yeah, Mona's is pretty big. So you can see here there's, like, these, like, 3 sets of wings on either side of the division portion here. Like, there's, like, the little center port. God, I keep talking weird part here on the bottom with the flanked in the 6 wings. And then if you go to Kaya's... Oh, I can't zoom out on this window. Great. But if you look at his, he completely butchered off the 2 inside-most wings on the bottom. Like, why are they missing? Like, what the hell is going on there? That's super weird. So, yeah, totally missing. Like, the little extra wings on the bottom. Gone. I don't know why, but they're gone. His is the only Mondstadt vision that's like that. Don't know why. Everybody else's are completely normal. Where? Oh, there it is. Right there. It's right there. But yeah, everybody else's are normal. But his is, yeah, completely missing those little wings. Anyways. Boar Princess is messed up, though. Yo, the Boar Princess is super messed up. Tevada story, it makes me wonder how he butchered his vision. They're supposed to be indestructible. That's true. But I want to say we don't know whether or not the frames are indestructible, right? In fact, I rather think the frames are actually quite, like, damageable or maybe customized to the region by the owner, not necessarily just given with the crystal, you know, at the time of acquisition. Because, like, even look at, like, Ningguang's, for instance. It has, like, this little thing that's hanging from the bottom. It has the little part that it attaches to her dress up here. Like, that would have had to have been added to it in order to hang it from her outfit. And then there are other characters that also have that same kind of thing. Again, Amber's has the feather that's hanging from the back of it, and it would have had to have been attached to that in some meaningful way. Let's see. Razer's doesn't have anything added to it. Lisa, let's see. Lisa. Oh, it's right there at the front. Lisa's is... Like, yeah, you can see there's like a little loop here on the top that would have had to have been added for it to clasp into her duster. Let's see, who else has an obvious alteration? No, hers would not be. She doesn't even technically have one. Hers is pretty normal. Mona's doesn't have any changes to it that I can recall. Nope, hers is just straight attached. His is straight attached. Kazuha maybe. No. No. Not Zhao's. This is just weirdly small. Venti's is fake. Doesn't count. Oh, Jean's maybe? No, because hers just kind of like dangles, but maybe on one of her skins, actually, I think. Or her non-ones, actually. Yeah, so you can see here on Jean's normal one, there's a whole loop that's been added to the top of it. So I rather think that the frames might be able to be manipulated. But I'm not really sure. Like, it's all speculation. It's hard to keep track of those specific details. Need to see if there's any new books in here really quick. I doubt it. But I'm going to check since I'm here. I haven't checked in this patch at all yet. In this place. Nope. Nope. Okay. So, go to the site where the auction is being held. Alright, let's go do that. You gotta go up there. No, Ketching tried to destroy it, and she even threw hers in the furnace, but both happened to... Yeah, it's true. She did try to destroy it. Other characters have tried to destroy... Yeah, Ketching's a good example of a character who tried to destroy her vision, and you can't. But it does seem like modification is something that can be done. Child Vision Shape is from Shinesnaya. Yeah, it's because he's from Shinesnaya, but yeah. Oh, I did want to check and see about the Sakura petals. But yeah, I definitely feel like that's like the low-hanging fruit, right? Like that item has to be the one that she's gonna use. No, that's Dendrobium. That's a fruit. Blaze Lily. Naku. Oh, here it is right here. Sakura blooms. Yeah, I mean, I've got plenty of them, so I'm not too worried about it. Also, Kaya hates the gods. Well, I mean, as I imagine most people from Conria probably do. Ah, I fell in the water. Jet. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I have exactly enough. That's kind of weird. If that happened, what is it? 168? Is that the number that you actually have to have? I never pass these things up if I come in here, by the way. I highly recommend always grabbing the glaze lilies and all of these lotus heads and all this other stuff if you get the opportunity. I'm gonna drown in the pond. Oh, that was so close. Just stand there for a second, Ningguang. I almost drowned myself in the pond. Okay, that was really close. All right, let's go to the auction before I suicide my Ningguang. All right, let's go.
Lady Ningguang, what brings you here?
At Tevada story, since Tartaglia is from Shinesnaya, but he currently resides in Liyue, why do you think Mona hasn't customized her to Fontaine? Because she's just living in Mondstadt. Well, I think it may just be one of those things where, you know, that vision was originally gifted to her, right? Like, it just came that way. But I don't know why. Like, for one, I could say, like, the easy reason for Mona not to change it is she's broke. Why? Then Mona is certainly not the character who would spend money on vanity like that. For sure not. So, that, I think, is also, like, a good excuse for that. I think it would be funny if there was just different frames since he is the cavalry captain. I don't know. Breaking news. Lady Ningguang, Yuhun of the Qixing, does her own hangout. So I would like to point out that and this was probably just an accident, but Ningguang is the Tianquan. Touching is the Yuhun.
I couldn't help but feel
I hate to be the
concerned.
actually guy, but
So I just came to see how everything is going.
Anyway, I need to go. Got places to be tomorrow. All right, have a great night, T-Rex Lopasay. Listen, I'm gonna be shutting this thing down in a few minutes, anyways. I'm just gonna finish this run and then it's over.
We're about ready, and people are starting to arrive. I think we should be able to start on time.
Very good. I think I'll host the auction myself.
Oh, okay.
Huh? You want to do it yourself?
Yes. Just in case anything untoward happens.
Untoward?
I can take care of it myself.
Then we'll leave the auction itself to you. But we'll be sure to lend our full support behind the scenes.
Aether, undecided at the moment.
Have you attended an auction before?
I've watched one from the sidelines.
Well, would you like to participate this time? You don't have to bid, of course. Just experience the atmosphere.
Sure, that could be quite fun.
All right, then. Feel free to take a look around the venue before it kicks off. Check out the items up for bidding and see if there's anything you might be interested in.
Okay, let's see what we got. Observe hairpin. A fairly well-made hairpin, but there's nothing exceptional about it. Fine to buy in a shop, but can this really fetch a good price at an auction? Observe writing tools. Generic office implements. I guess they could brighten the place up a little. Still, it'd be cheaper to get one from Bolai. Xiaofei? Isn't that a person?
Anything Lady
That's a
Ningguang
person.
used to own is sure to be worth a significant amount of money. So even if the price is a little inflated, it should still be fine.
So, like, I can't help but to see this person's name, Xiaofei, and just think that it's a weird combination. Like, she should look like a weird crossover between Zhao and Yanfei. Like, I'm sorry. I can't unsee it now. Like, I don't know what that would sound or look like right now, but, I don't know. Unadmissible evidence or something. I don't know. Just something along those lines. TH, have you seen the new videos Ashikai made about the power of the box in the timeline of Ankonomiya? No, I haven't. Ningguang over there selling old crap. I mean, she can get away with it for sure. All right, wait for the auction to start. 16 to 1800. All right, let's do that then. Advancing the time to 1600. I hate her. I built her and she is my sub DPS. What? Your sister called Lisa a gigaho? Ouch. That's not okay. I don't even think we have any reason to actually assume that of Lisa.
Start.
Emo lawyer
Find
curse.
yourself somewhere to sit and we'll kick
Totally.
things off.
Before we start, I have a question.
Yes? What is it?
Are these auction items genuinely very valuable?
That's for you to make a considered judgment on. It's precisely what makes auctions so interesting, don't you think?
Yeah, sure, why
Until
not?
the bids exceed the value of the item you're after, you can keep raising the price. If the bids go beyond what you can accept, then you let someone else take it. Perhaps this does not result in what you might call a fair price, but what it does do is identify the person who values the item the most.
You know, like, I'm sure for most people this is not the case, but like whenever, oh my god, I'm still finding confetti in my desk. Like I just found a piece of colored confetti. God. Yeah, so like, I'm sure this is not the case, but for auctions, like I always, for anybody, I don't know if anybody here has ever played the game Final Fantasy IX, but there was like this auction house in one of the towns there, and I remember like when, like being a kid, I spent so much time in the auction house in there trying to get very specific items at good prices, and like I feel like I was doing that. Like I definitely did that long before I ever bought anything on eBay. So like for me, like auctions always go to that. It's just a weird thing. It's like, oh, we're in an auction, and it puts my brain straight back in Final Fantasy IX and like, I don't know, 2000. All right, okay, let's see how it goes.
Yes, you should look forward to it.
The auction finally begins.
The first lot is a teacup from my personal collection. Bids starting at 10,000 mora. That's 10,000 mora for the teacup.
You'd never pay 10,000 mora for something like this normally.
20,000.
Oh, well, they're immediately exuberantly bidding.
30,000.
30,000.
50,000.
No, he was very matter of fact. 50,000. Wow, bidding is fierce. 60,000. Oh, that guy's leaving.
80,000 over here.
80,001 penny.
I'll raise that to 100,000.
100,001 penny.
120.
120 and 1 penny. 130.
I swear, some of these bidders are just driving the price up for fun.
Kind of.
All right, 150,000. Anyone else want to keep going now?
150 once?
150 once. Can you imagine Ningguang talking like auctioneers? I would try it, but I definitely wouldn't be able to. I would again come off like Michael Scott being like, like that's all it would be.
180,000.
And 1 penny. Well, this lady's out. Nope. Little Ben really wants
180
this.
once?
180 once.
180 twice? 180. Sold.
It's gone.
It's mine now.
Can't believe it went for 180.
Okay then. Moving straight on to the next
You're working.
lot.
You're welcome, Aether. You definitely recorded that as a clip, I'm sure.
You seem to be getting quite into it. What a shame that you didn't manage to go home with anything.
Something felt off.
Of course it did. That's because I didn't come here to sell my things.
Oh?
I'm sure you must find it quite odd that all these everyday items could fetch such a huge price at auction. Since you're curious, why not go and talk to the buyers? I'm sure they'll give you the answers you're looking for.
Probably. But now I'm kind of curious to see, you know, how much all the other things will go for. All right. Xiao Fei.
Huh? You want to know why I paid so much?
Well, now you sound just as... She sounds as angry, but also like Yanfei. So this is just like Xiao Yanfei's like voice now.
Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Because the previous owner was Lady Ningguang.
The previous owner was Lady Ningguang.
Sure, the item may look pretty ordinary, but that's probably just because I'm not a connoisseur, so I don't know how to appreciate it. But I figured I'd buy it first, then go get it appraised by an expert. Then I'll be rich.
Well, you can certainly try that. Was it Primordial Radiance says that cup sold for so much because it touched Ningguang's lips. Well, I mean, there is that, what is it? There was a stool or something that was really highly prized in one of the antique shops because it was sat on by a Adeptus for all of an hour. So there's that.
I may have paid an arm and a leg for this, but in the end, I got the result I wanted.
Ning sounding like the auction people we see on TV would be hilarious. Yeah, that would definitely be interesting. Aren't you worried about the price being overinflated?
Nothing of Ningguang's could ever be overinflated. I'm
Confidence.
far from the only buyer who believes that owned by Ningguang is worth paying a premium for. So how much I make just depends on how many people are even bigger fans of Ningguang than I am.
Fair. I guess they're all planning to resell this stuff, it seems like.
Today wasn't my day. Didn't manage to snag much. There were too many bidders, and they all seemed like experts to me. I guess I'll just have to wait for the next auction. Someday, I'll be the lucky one.
Yeah, one day, bud. Keep at it. Poor guy. I need to see something here. I don't... Is Ningguang, like, is her standing pose like one of the photo emotes, or is that something you don't usually get? I cannot remember. Is that the thinking pose? Is it the same? That looks different to me. Yeah, it's totally different, isn't it? I'm just gonna go stand next to her and see, because if it is, I'm gonna record some footage of her standing here like this, because it seems different, but I'm not sure. I might just be making that up. Let's see. Thinking. Yeah, it totally is different. Like, it's similar, but it's subtly different. I want to say this is like the same pose that she has in like her key art for the costume. I think it is. And I just need to like record a few seconds of footage on this, because that is definitely a little different. And that could be handy for a video or something at some point in time. So I'm going to frame a good still shot for that. This is the kind of things that I have to look out for, guys. Super exciting, but I know, but like I gotta look out for good photo opportunities when, you know, making videos. So sometimes I just gotta slow things down and look to see if a character is positioned in a way that would not normally be attainable. I think this position works pretty nice. I wish we could Dutch the damn cameras, though. They still don't let us do that. That would definitely be really nice if they would let us do that. I'm trying to get just the back a little bit out of focus. There we go. And recording. Meanwhile, I'll catch up with the chat here while I record about 30 seconds of this. This is just NFTs, and it makes me sad. Well, here's the difference, though, because... at least with this goofy auction of Ningguang's stuff, you get a physical item. NFTs, you get nothing. You get nothing. It was probably old Jade Chamber stuff. Yeah, maybe. No more profit. Surprised Baisha didn't buy didn't play a couple million for the cup if it touched Ningguang's lips. Yeah, that makes sense. She seems like that. Probably, I guess, at this point. It's gonna be sad if it's a costume specific emotes. Well, I mean, this is a free costume. Like Ningguang's costume. Oh, my mouse is on the screen. Damn it, I gotta do it again. But yeah, Ningguang's costume is free. You don't have to pay for it. So long as you have Ningguang, you're fine. Hell, yeah, I don't even think you have to have her to unlock it. You just won't be able to use it. Bigger fan of Ningguang right in front of him. Amber's new costume seems to have very slightly different animations too, like the same but altered. Do they? I'll be so happy when they add more poses. I am a little photo crazy. Yeah, obviously, as somebody who spends a lot of time like recording, you know, video shots and all that stuff, I also will be very happy to, you know, have them add more emotes and poses and stuff, like more facial expressions. You know, like, so here's something, like, if you guys may or may not have noticed, in the Yunjin video that they released fairly recently, they showed a behind the scenes thing of like how they control like the face motion, and they have like slider bars to like control like the emotion on their face. I want them to, instead of just having like little clickable emotes, just redesign that so that when we're in photo mode, we can pose their faces however we want. That would be amazing. Make them smile, make them happy, make them sad. Like, for me, that would make all the difference in the world. It would be a huge, huge deal if they would allow us to do that. And because they showed us in that video that they have access to that stuff. Are you really throwing garbage confetti at me? Oh my god! No, my keyboard. Anyways, it would be amazing. I wish that they would let us do that. That would be amazing. Anyways, let me continue this because I gotta get to bed soon.
Well, did you find the answer yet?
It's because everyone has faith in your judgment and
That's
aesthetics.
certainly part of it. But every bidder will have noticed that none of these items have a particularly high going rate on the market in and of themselves.
All right.
Despite this, they were all willing to pay very dearly for them. I wonder, is faith in me really the only factor in their appraisal of the item's value?
If not that, then what
You'll
else could it
see
be?
Shortly. The one who spent the most money will surely be the quickest to realize.
I says happy Diluc is a myth. Diluc's 100% dead inside.
If all I wanted to do was make some quick mora by exploiting their blind faith in me, I have a million more effective ways of achieving that than hosting an auction. Every participant in this auction was handpicked by me, based on certain intelligence.
Oh, Shivam, you can't do me like that. I'm not a support class. Come on now. No. Sure enough, after some time has passed, one of the participants returns.
Lady Ningguang.
Oh, the guy who successfully bought it.
Something doesn't seem quite right with the items from today's auction.
Oh?
As unlikely as this sounds, and please forgive me for even bringing it up, but I had to ask. You weren't selling counterfeits today, were you?
Counterfeits? Absolutely not. What motive would anyone have for making copies of things like these?
Okay.
They are simply ordinary items, and there was no coercion or enticement during the auction. Every bid was voluntary.
Because we trusted you!
Uh-huh.
Everyone knows that you love Mora, but we also know that you made your fortune through honest means, as opposed to scamming people.
Yeah.
You seem to have entered into dangerous linguistic territory there. You should know that unless you have evidence to support your outlandish claims, I am legally entitled to sue you for slander.
She immediately went, I'm gonna sue your ass. Ah, Ningguang.
Of course, if you have any genuine grievances about the auction, the lots, or the process, please enlighten me as to where exactly I went wrong.
I mean, nobody made you pay 180,000 Mora for a teacup, yo.
You! Fine. Yes, technically it was all legitimate. Guess all I can do is take the loss.
I mean, this is on you, dude.
But if word gets out about today's auction, people are gonna start seeing you as a con artist. No one would dare do business with you after that. I guess what I'm saying is this really in your best interests?
Let me answer that with a question. You claim that you were willing to pay a high price because you trusted me. But is that really the full story?
Uh-huh.
What do you mean? What else could it be?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps it could be something to do with a lost item from the original Jade Chamber collection that has quietly made its way into your hands. When the Jade Chamber fell, countless valuable items from my collection plunged into the sea. I organized a salvage operation, but still there were many items unaccounted for. A considerable number of these made their way back into Liyue Harbor through means unbeknownst to me, and passed through several pairs of hands before finally ending up in yours, and those of your fellow bidders today.
Wait, you mean...
Yes. Everyone attending the auction today is in possession of lost property belonging to me. Or, to put it another way, they were all people who have had a taste of something that was mine and convinced themselves that I am someone to be taken advantage of.
No wonder they had such blind faith.
So I asked
Yeah, super
you
busted.
again, your high bidding price, was it motivated by trust, or was it greed?
Get wrecked, dude. Get wrecked.
The sole reason I held this auction is to reclaim my treasured possessions.
I knew it. As soon as she started going in, this was like, oh, she was trying to bring these guys to the surface.
If you are willing to return what is mine, I will refund all the money you spent in the auction today.
All right, fine. I guess I'll return it. You drive a hard bargain, like everyone says.
Yeah.
I'll go and get it right now. Please just wait here.
This guy. Get wrecked,
his
dude.
Bad attitude, he cooperated in the end. Good for him.
It all makes sense now.
The issue was that all items of mine that have been fished out of the sea have changed hands numerous times already. Determining who has legal ownership would be an extremely long-winded process, with each item being assessed on a case-by-case basis. Even Yanfei says she'd have a difficult time defending my claims.
Yanfei is her go-to lawyer.
I could have bought them back, but it's not in my nature to pay twice for the same thing.
Yeah, that makes
sense.
sense.
Least of all, when they'd be looking to make a handsome profit from my misfortune.
Yeah, that's probably not a great platform to stand
After
on.
making some inquiries, I found them to be most uncooperative. So I had to resort to this auction to finally put a stop to all this nonsense.
It definitely suits your modus operandi. I hope I never end up on the wrong side of you.
I just wanted my things back. Hardly an unusual sentiment.
Primordial Radiance. Trust or greed? Why not both? Stuff can be two things.
At most, a little childish perhaps. Which is another reason why I didn't tell anybody about my plan. What do you think it was about the Jade Chamber that defeated Osile?
The explosion, the size. I'm gonna go with the explosion.
Well, I think it was a combination of the weight and the energy it contains.
Well, it is made of, what is it, the claustrite or whatever.
Its
a lot of
great
energy.
weight meant that it hit Osile with incredible force, while the energy within triggered that spectacular explosion. Every piece of the Jade Chamber, from the stone walls and wooden beams down to the smallest ornament, contributed to its total weight.
It did.
But in the end, they became objects of merchants' greed. It's hard not to get a little irked thinking about it.
That's not so childish. Hope you can get all your things back too.
Thank you for understanding.
Or Ningguang.
Now I've got one of my items back. Let me show you what makes it so special. The secrets of history shine through in the relics that survive. And this one now has the story of another age to tell.
Well, that was a good one. Actually, I really like the image from that one. That's a cool one. Good stuff. So I'll probably... The weight of a collection. None of the items that were offered up during that decisive battle shall be lost, no matter how small. So probably what I'm gonna end up doing tomorrow night is continuing? Oh man, I definitely gotta go to bed. My brain is completely dead. Anyways, I need to get to bed, but so probably what I'll end up doing tomorrow is continuing Ningguang's Hangout quest, so that I can go ahead and work my way through that. And actually, check another one off as completed, because then I still have to, make time to do Yunjins and Beidos and Sayus and Dionas, because all of theirs are still uncompleted as well. So I still have a lot of Hangout quests to do, and I have long been wanting to get those finished, and it's super, super, super overdue. Tave story, you should do that world quest. It takes days to complete. World quest? Oh, yeah, I know. That's one of the reasons you're talking about this one. Yeah, I have been meaning to start it. I just, like, I need to make sure that I'm kind of in the zone to track what's happening with it. So, but yeah, I will start it soon. Don't worry. It's 1 part per day. Not bad. Yeah, I'll get it started soon enough. Come here, fish. I feel like this is a completely out of character thing for Ningguang of all people to be doing. Just swimming in the pond in the pavilion, just being like, come here, fish. I catch fish with my bare hands. Yeah, I don't think that's not a very Ningguang kind of thing to do. But yeah, so tomorrow I will continue and finish up Ningguang's quest. And yeah, so we'll get that going on the stream tomorrow. And we'll kind of go from there. I need to get out of here for the night, though. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to my ramblings about how much I hate most of the new costumes and that they're forcing them down our throats in the story quests in the future. That kind of just sucks, especially given how much I despise what they did with Mona's. But because of how it literally has some of the worst like design form language of any costume I've seen in a game in a long time. Like, on the surface, you could be like, yeah, that looks cool. But, like, when you actually start to pick it apart and you look at the weird decisions that they made on it, it comes apart at the seams. Just like the fact that Jeans is, like, completely just extracted the Dandelion Knight part out of her, which is the predominant personality trait of Jean. And you made her just a Lion Tooth Knight instead. And now that's the one that everybody's supposed to be approaching for all the stuff that they need help with? Oh my god, it doesn't make any sense. Anyways, I'm gonna end the stream before I go insane and blow some kind of a capillary in my eyeballs or something. Guys, I gotta get out of here. Thanks for being here. I'll be on again tomorrow night to finish up Ningguang's hangout quest, and we'll go from there. Have a great night, guys. I appreciate it. Eat the Paimon. Golden shrimp balls and cake.